The Magic Podcast, hosted by Lloyd Barnes, Craig Petty, and Peter Turner's sex toy, Pig Cake. This is your all-access behind-the-scenes news inside the current happenings of the magic industry, where Craig and Lloyd will thrust themselves inside your ears while Pig Cake squeals in the cuck chair. Every Wednesday, they'll rant, dissect, and give you their raw and unfiltered views on the art of magic. This is your final warning. There will be bad language, cuss words, fuck bombs, and multiple references to Ted Carmilovich being a nonce. So if you can handle it, lock your doors, take out your deck, spread it nice and wide, and brace yourselves for the Magic Podcast.
Welcome back to the Magic Podcast. My name's Craig Petty. I am here with two of the biggest legends in the magic community, Mr. Pig Cake, all the way from Miami, Florida, and Mr. Lloyd Barnes, one of the greatest creators of all time, hailing from Porthcawl in Wales, and both of them are amazing, and Pig Cake's fucked off. Before we begin the podcast, we've got a statement to make. We don't normally make statements. We don't normally do this sort of thing, but we think it's really important to. You guys probably know. Well, let me read the statement. We never normally script anything. We've got a statement. I'm going to read it, and that should address the concerns that we have. So I'm going to read the statement right now, and then we'll move on with the podcast. So before we start, we want to address something from last week's podcast regarding Atticus. Last week, we offered Atticus the opportunity to come onto the show. We want to make it absolutely clear what the interview was intended to be. We had no intention of discussing the trick, its advertising, or whether its original criticisms were right or wrong. At this stage, all of that is completely irrelevant. The sole purpose of inviting him on was to understand what had driven this relentless, week-long barrage towards one effect and towards Reed personally. Whatever legitimate criticism may or may not have existed originally, in our opinion, this has gone too far beyond normal criticism and crossed into sustained harassment. Our hope was that speaking to Atticus directly might help us understand what was driving it and ultimately allow us to intervene in a positive way and hopefully bring it to an end. Since then, we've decided that interview won't be happening for two reasons. Firstly, information has been brought to our attention that has left us genuinely concerned about Atticus's well-being and current state of mind. We want to be very careful about how we say this. We're not doctors. We have no confirmed diagnosis. And we're not claiming Atticus has any particular mental health condition. But based on things we've seen ourselves, communications we received, and information that's been shared with us by people who know him, we're concerned enough that putting him into a public conversation about his behavior no longer feels like the responsible thing to do. There's a difference between confronting somebody and potentially exploiting somebody who may be vulnerable. We're not prepared to risk crossing that line. Secondly, something Atticus himself said to us changed how we viewed the proposed interview. And to be completely fair to him, he also told us he thought something positive could come from the conversation and that he wanted to engage with what he believes are the facts. But in the same correspondence, he also said, and this is a direct quote, "I'm open to collaborating with you behind the scenes about how best to play this out theatrically." He then proposed what he himself called a plot twist plot. The proposed twist was essentially that everybody thinks the last 2 weeks have been about his campaign against Trident, when according to him, Trident is just the latest phase of a completely separate, much longer campaign concerning another trick. And that concerns us because there was never supposed to be anything theatrical about this interview. There was supposed to be a plot. There wasn't supposed to be a plot twist. There wasn't supposed to be a storyline. And there certainly wasn't meant to be some private behind-the-scenes collaboration between us about how best to play this sort of thing out. We weren't inviting Atticus on to help construct the next chapter of the story. We're trying to have a genuine conversation about why the situation with Reed had become so relentless and extreme and hopefully intervene in a positive way to stop it. So when someone responds to that invitation by proposing that we privately collaborate on how to present the situation theatrically, we have to question what we're actually stepping into. It made us question whether giving this more attention would genuinely help resolve anything, or whether we're simply will become participants in an ever-expanding piece of drama. And yes, inevitably, it also made us question the motives behind some of this. Had this remained purely about the criticism of a magic trick, or has the drama now become part of the objective? Has this become about creating an ongoing scandal, creating dramatic reveals, and generating attention around the situation? We don't know. We're not claiming that's definitely his motivation, and we're not pretending to know what's going on inside his head, but his own words gave us legitimate reasons to ask those questions. And if the drama itself has become part of the objective, then poor Reed may be the unfortunate person who's ended up at the center of all this. Either way, we are not interested in collaborating behind the scenes to play this out theatrically. That was never what the intention or what the invitation was for. So we're completely aware of what will probably happen after we say this. Atticus will say we've backed down. He'll call us cowards. He'll claim he's won. The statement itself may become the subject of another barrage of posts. That's fine. Anyone who's listened to the Magic Podcast for any length of time knows that avoiding confrontation isn't exactly something we're famous for. We've argued with people. We've called people out. People have called us out. We've voluntarily walked headfirst into more ridiculous online arguments than we could possibly count. But there's an important difference. We've done that when we've believed the people involved were knowing and rationally participating in that conversation. We're not prepared publicly to go to war with somebody when we have a genuine reason to be concerned that they may be currently vulnerable. That's not us being frightened of the conversation. That's us recognizing that there are situations where safeguarding somebody and behaving responsibly matters more than proving you're willing to have an argument on the internet. So if Atticus chooses to interpret this as a victory, he's welcome to. There isn't a winner here. This was never about proving Atticus wrong about a magic trick. It wasn't about defending Trident. It wasn't about its advertising, and it wasn't about deciding who had the better argument. At the level this has reached, all of that is completely irrelevant. This was solely about trying to stop what we believe had become an unacceptable level of sustained harassment towards Reed. We originally hoped speaking directly to Atticus might help achieve that. With what we know now, we don't believe interviewing him is the responsible way to do it. So we won't be interviewing Atticus. We won't be responding to the inevitable posts that follow this, and we're not going to give this situation any more airtime. As far as the Magic Podcast is concerned, that's the end of it. So that's the statement. Now let's talk about Pigcake and how he likes sitting in a cup chair and fucking...
He just fucked the lions throughout this entire monologue. Dude, guys, sorry, 4 days to the fucking Magic Convention. Holy shit, 3 days if you listen to this.
To say that we've not fucking advertised this at all is an understatement. We've not talked about it. We've not advertised it. The only time people have become aware of it was on the Magic Podcast itself. So if you don't like repeated references to fucking sheep, if you don't like 3 grown men...
I think you shared the first social media post about it yesterday on your page. I haven't shared it yet.
And it's insane. It's not being advertised. It's not being put on Magic Week. It's not being fucking put anywhere. And it's going to be a well-attended convention with a ton of people coming in. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. We got Pigcake traveling transatlantically. He's in a little dog bed in a hold in somewhere like they.
I'm happy about it.
They bring him water. But, we got Pigcake coming along. It's gonna be fun.
I want to go back a month ago to when or was it a couple weeks ago, Craig, where you're like, yo, I'm gonna push this shit every day, dog.
Hey, son.
Every day.
Every lecturer, motherfucker. I've already planned it with them. You ain't planned shit, son.
Hey, he's got 2 lecturers right here.
Fortunately, kind of got a bit busy in Magic Live, didn't I? I've spent fucking 2.5 weeks in America.
What did you have to do to prepare for Magic Live? Turn up.
It's not about the Magic Live. It's about the fucking week and a half in Columbus.
Don't move the goalposts now.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, anybody going to Columbus, Ohio willingly, I think deserves a little bit of a break. And he's probably coming down from residual fentanyl high, to be fair.
What is it? Like, I hear that from Americans all the time. Everyone hates Ohio. And I've been there so many times. Maybe it's Stockholm syndrome, but I really like the place.
No, it's Ohio syndrome.
It's Ohio.
No, just
Good job, Lloyd.
thank you.
Excellent job.
Why do
jokes.
Americans hate Ohio?
Because it's in the butthole of the states. It's known for, like, Cincinnati is a very high crime area, and then you also have just the meth and the crack.
Can we fucking talk about the convention?
sorry.
I don't give a. This is fucking gonna be literally
We
one
are.
of the coolest Magic conventions genuinely that's ever happened. It's the rule-breaking Magic convention. We got some
And I'll tell you now,
things happening
in
There's
10 years'
green
time,
teams.
in 10 years' time, when everyone talks about the Magic Podcast Convention, the Magic Con, and everyone goes, oh my God, what was it like in the early days? What was it like when we have fucking taken down Blackpool, when Russ Stevens and Russ Brown are quivering in their fucking boots because we have become the #1 convention in the world? When that happens in 10 years' time, and a kid turns up at the Magic Con in 10 years and walks in and goes, Daddy, were you here, Daddy, when this convention first started 10 years ago? You can say you were there when the fucking start of this whole shit show, which is destined to become the greatest convention of all time. You were fucking there.
Yeah, we'll have Josh and Andy begging us. Can they rent? Can they get a dealer's booth for the bouncy castle in the car park?
Man.
Like, yes.
Josh
We
and
have
Andy
space for the
are
blink.
scared. I think that we've got more people attending the first year of the MagicCon than the session had on its first year. I went to the first one.
Lucky goal. I
I'm
went to the
pretty
first
sure.
one.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Wait. What was the first one? Was that the one with Wayne Houchin and
Yeah,
Tyler Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah. then-
Really, wow! Look at that. Some such a great accolades. I really can't wait to see at the Rugeley Rose Theater in bumfuck London, bumfuck England. I didn't even say London. London. It's all the same circle, but I cannot wait to attend and see the wonderful crowd that the Magic Convention has brought forth. Because you do realize that the majority of the people that listen to this are like clinically, you know.
Yeah, dude, we are those people. Like, we are
Yeah.
just splitting atoms. Look, let's tell people what's going to happen, right? Because we're
Don't
saying it's going to be
fucking
great, it's going to be
know.
cool, but we need to act. Yeah. First of all, it's entirely unplanned. Well, we have a schedule. We have a schedule.
Hey, we have lanyards.
Good fucking lanyards, son.
You know
Yeah.
you're a serious fucking. I went to the Leamington Day of Magic a few weeks ago. They had about 15, 20 people attending. They didn't have fucking lanyards. We have
Yeah, lanyards make this shit official, son.
Yeah.
No. I'll tell you what makes this thing official. When you get a fucking dealer that is selling Temu, China shit, all right, just knockoffs of
We got
your
discount
own
magic
products.
coming, son.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
discount magic. They knock off every. No,
Nah, I'm kidding. That's a
No,
joke.
no.
It's a joke.
it's a joke. It's a joke.
I want to see
I've
like
I've had most of my gimmicks from discount magic.
Yeah, no, the amount of times I've rung them up for more roughing spray. I need to blast.
Coin gaffs. They do good coin gaffs.
Yeah. they do.
We got Trick Boom coming as a dealer.
Boom. Jack Magic.
Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, what are you doing, Pig Cake? Are you just having a little
No,
reset there?
I was looking through all my virginity to see if I have a grabbable Trick Boom stuff and Jack Magic shit. The only
You were just doing a Trick Boom trick with a fucking ape.
is Hams and Fantasy. Sorry, I'm shilling it.
I love what he said yesterday on his live stream. By the way, I was watching Pig Cake's live stream, and he pulled up Hams and Fantasies, and then he tell people what comment you read out and what you said immediately after it. I videoed to you.
Well, I read a comment by Joe Miller saying, "Hey, how about you be original? Let's try that." And then I said, "Look, this is original because the back cover is my back, so it's like you're looking through it, dude. It's funny as shit. That's original, you cunt." And then Lloyd
said,
sends me a video.
This is original, you fucking cunt.
Yeah. I think the tone that I said it was very.
It's
humorous.
hilarious.
I'm pretty funny sometimes, dog. Like I'm pretty funny sometimes, but then other times I'm I don't know, a
You know what?
racist misogynist.
The amount of people that came up.
You
to
said
me-
you know you said rapist wrong.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier about comparison. He actually was convicted.
The amount of
13
people who
years.
came up to me at the Magic Live, and they were like, "Oh, I'm really happy you got Pig Cake on the podcast. Like, he's such a great addition. He's amazing."
Yeah.
I had 3 or 4 people say, "What the fuck are you thinking? What the fuck are you doing? Kick that motherfucker off immediately."
Scoundrel. He's a little
Yeah.
rascal, is what he is. He's a little
Ooh,
rascal.
Give me names
I don't
of
know.
who said that
Look,
fucking Pig Cake shouldn't be on the Magic podcast. Who?
The thing is, you're perfect. You're controversial in a good way.
Talented.
You're talented.
About to have an amazing. He's already started cutting his hair for the rebrand. So.
Oh,
this
do you want to show
shit
everyone your
with
haircut?
you. Yes.
I don't want to show my haircut because it's without any styling. It's fucking embarrassing. As a matter of fact,
Are you
I'm
gonna
embarrassed that I showed you
debut
guys.
it on stage?
I'm gonna debut my fucking dick fade on stage, where I show you my Turkish haircut that I got on my nutsack.
I'm trying to source a glass table for the convention so we can revisit one of your.
Pigger, it's tempered glass. It's in my yard. I'm sure he could probably find one in his fucking stupid yard.
I want a piece of that glass, and I want to wear it as like a fucking shark tooth around my neck.
Right there. I think he threw away the piece. He threw away the
Why?
fucking piece. So the only thing that I'm left with is this little tiny thing that I've already turned into an earring, which shows you my sexual proclivities. But
we have to announce one final lecturer because
I was going to say, yeah, speaking
because
of-
we're going to forget. So the final lecturer to be announced is, drum roll please, somebody who I've said for years, if you ever listen to me talk about this person, I truly believe he's the best living mentalist because he's the most current. He's some of the best methods you've ever seen. His performance is out of this world. He's a lead consultant for hit TV shows and for thousands of magicians across the world. The fucking final lecture that we're announcing at the 11th hour is Peter fucking Turner. I'm not bigging him up because we want people to come to our convention. If you listen to me talk about him, I truly believe he's the best living mentalist on the planet that we currently have. And we have him lecturing at the convention, giving his 1 hour lecture. Most people, when they pay to watch Pete lecture or go to his masterclasses, how much do they pay for his masterclass in Florida, Pig Cake, like a couple of weeks ago?
Well, that was I think undervalued because Peter's a little bit retarded, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to take $100 for a seat. However, I will lecture for 8 hours." So he became he technically got paid like fucking peanuts just because of the amount of
if you
material.
normally
and
go and watch
content.
him lecture, it's $100. I mean, typically $100. I know that he's charged way more than that and sold out. You're getting this, Peter Turner, but if you just come on the Saturday, 30 quid plus other lecturers on top of that. We have this whole thing called orbital lecturers. It was an idea suggested to us.
Should we describe that to people? Let's break down. I think we should go through the schedule, and I think we should break down some of the terms that people aren't aware of, like orbital lectures, because this was your
Okay.
concept.
Well, I think within Richard's concept, or we'd mentioned something. We talked a lot. Let's start from the beginning. You wanted to do a convention a couple of years ago, Craig. You were like, let's do a convention. I said no, I think, because it's going to be fucking a shit show. But you passed it on. As we were going through the episodes of the podcast, we were like, well, look, if we ever were going to do a convention, this podcast is about ripping up the rule book, right? I mean, half the time we just talk about like people who fuck kids. Like, if we could have a dream convention, how would it look? And we just started jamming ideas of what would be our ideal convention. And sort of the best one that stuck over the years have become the Magic Convention, which is taking place on Saturday night. What time's doors opening? Somebody was asking on Facebook.
I would say 9:30. Well, I mean,
9:30.
lectures and we can get in from 7 a.m.
Cool. Well, we'll just crack the doors open whenever the fuck we can. It'll hopefully be earlier than 9 a.m. But 9 a.m. is about right. So the first thing is, and this is probably my favorite thing of all, one of the biggest issues we have was what's this, Pig Cake? What are you showing everybody?
No, that's just I want to see if I could lean Jim Pace, have him as a guest.
Oh, God, I don't think we should.
Well,
Isn't he still? Isn't he still in prison at the moment?
I believe he's out on. It says earliest release date is 5/19/2024. I can't even.
Oh.
Yeah, so he might be been out, dude.
Oh,
You should
actually,
really listen to the
he could be out
podcast.
in live right now. There's a
Yeah.
guy that needs to be interviewed.
That guy needs
No,
to
fuck.
get.
What the fuck? No.
He needs to taste what the inside of Hellcat Springfield Arms.
He's never going to come back to the Magic community ever. Not in a million fucking years. Not going to happen.
Nor should he. Right.
Orbital lectures.
Orbital lectures. The worst thing about Magic conventions, and sometimes this happens organically, but it's increasing. So between you, Pickett, you've been to a couple of conventions, right?
Yeah, I've been to a bunch.
All right. So between the three of us, it's not fucking many conventions in the world we haven't been to in the last 10 years, right? We are. I'd say we're like convention connoisseurs.
Unfortunately,
Nah, I love them. One of the biggest issues is you watch a lecturer and then they come off stage, you're desperate to see them up close or they're close-up magicians, but then you watch them lecture on stage, you don't get the experience that you're supposed to from seeing that person live and in the sticks. And then they spend time then with the organizers, or they go off and they spend time in the little cliques and the little, there's a hierarchy at Magic conventions, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
I've always hated this fucking in my core, but the people with a name tend to hang out with people with a name, which makes me feel sick, because it's just, I can imagine just the fucking jerk off session of egos going on behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
That is out the fucking window. That does not exist at this convention. So Orbital Lectures stand is that there are 6 lecturers that are going to be having lanyards that say Orbital Lecturer, which means they have 20 minutes of magic prepared on them at all times, that you can approach them, and it doesn't matter if you're nervous or you've never done it before. They are literally, their job, and I mean that in the least demeaning way possible, their job is to, as long as you're not interrupting them in the middle of probably giving one of these lectures or doing something like eating their dinner, they are there for you to approach them, and at the drop of a hat, they will just perform for you and teach you how that stuff works right there in person. It's called Orbital Lecturers. It's the coolest fucking concept going, I think, because it eviscerates this idea that you can only approach the pros if they decide to go and hang out in the bar for an hour, which sometimes happens, or if they decide to leave the cliques and the names that they go and spend time with. So those Orbital Lecturers, the first one I had to fucking literally beg to do it, and that's Jake Keane. I think
Jake is incredible. Jake is incredible. Is just so fucking good. Like, I'm a member of his Patreon, and how regularly he posts and how regularly he uploads new material, and
every day, every single day.
And he's just constantly, like, I keep track of everything he does. Like, he's doing all the tarot reading at the moment with David Peace, and just his breadth of knowledge and his ability to it's just, that guy's on another level.
He approaches mentalism from a completely different point of view than I think so many other creators do. And I know a lot of creators say they do the same thing. I actually don't believe most of them walk the walk. Because what Jake does, he approaches it only from the performance point of view and making it feel as real as possible, and then adds the methods in second.
Yeah.
Where a lot of creators say they do that, but they don't actually do that. What Jake ends up creating is mentalism that feels very different and very real. He's only ever put one official product on the market, like one product that went to every like magic shop, and that was not ESP. Became the best-selling app of the year, right? He has so much more, like, and that to him, I don't think he would disagree with this. Nowhere near his best work. Like, he's got, like, not saying that that's not incredible. I'm just saying that the shit that he hasn't released is even better. So I had to literally beg him, and he only said yes a couple of weeks ago. It was like 3 weeks ago. He's an Orbital Lecturer. he showed me a book test last night, which shits on every single book test ever made. Period. Ever. It shits on every book test ever made. And it's the whole thing. So he's the first orbital lecturer. Second orbital lecturer is, I think, on my channel, I do these 4 episodes where I performed other people's tricks to Kaylee. There's been 2 tricks by other people that made her cry. One was Chop, which happened to be, I think, Penguin's potentially one of their best-selling tricks of all time, created by
Yeah,
you.
I think it's the 10th best-selling trick of all time.
10th best-selling trick of all time. Chop made her
Chop
cry.
right here.
So that shows that she has a gauge for feeling when something's extra special or being able to understand it. The second trick that made her cry was a trick by Darren Close called Charlie. And another mentalist, he's from Ireland. He is fucking-tastic as an absolute underground, like, little rock star. And I do say little because he's almost as tall as Pig Cake, I think. And he's coming up. He's got an orbital lecture set, which is fucking clever. It's a really clever approach just to being an orbital lecturer. And because orbital lecturers are the first of its kind, he's doing something which I've never seen before, which is going to be exciting. And he's got, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But he's ready and willing to go with, like, I'd say loosely gifts kind of thing. If you ask him to, in a sense. The second thing is about Darren. He performed a trick on her at the session in my session video, and then she cried again. He's
Wow.
really fucking good. He's really fucking good. And then thirdly, we have who I believe is the smartest or probably the most creative mentalist that I've ever met. And that's Rich Relish, who I think
Rich is
suggested the orbital lectures.
I got a chance to work with Rich quite closely when I had the honor of working on Easy Tones with him. And just seeing his thought process and how he thinks through everything, it's just incredible. Like, it really is. The thing with Rich, everything he ever puts his name to is so fucking practical.
But it's smart as well. Well, yeah, look, I think the best accolade that we can give him is we had one major problem with the complex side of the atomic deck, which required literally the best. We were like, the only way we could solve it was to find somebody who was essentially a walking, living, talking, breathing Rain Man that knew magic and mentalism. That man that we ended up discovering was Rich Relish. He was the person that solved the atomic deck.
If it wasn't for him, there would not be an atomic deck. He was the one that came up with the math. We got it to about 40%, and he just I still remember to this day.
Spliced it with mentalism concepts that made it like a mathematician couldn't have figured it out on their own. They had to have his mentalism brain with it.
Yeah,
he's a genius. He's an orbital lecturer, so that means you can walk up to him at any point. He will perform up to 20, maybe more minutes of mentalism and then teach it to you. Just in the bar area, in the fucking, wherever he is milling about, he's taken on that honor.
So what I would like somebody to do to test this theory is wait till he's gone to the toilet and he's standing at the urinal and he's flowing freely. And I want somebody to walk up to Rich at that point and go, Rich, read my mind. I just want to see
And
what
he'll say, pick a color. They'll say brown, and he'll piss that color out.
I just want to make a little another statement here, which is seems to be indicative of the show. So also in the orbital lectures, you have the great and wonderful Craig Petty. Craig Petty, the inventor of Chopped. I think that's the best trick of the century, right? The creator of Ape. As a matter of fact, I have Ape right here. You're I don't like that they had to I don't like the filter you have on right now, though. I prefer when they use your real picture.
Yeah.
And then Lloyd Barnes, the creative genius behind every single major magic company, every product that you probably touched at some point has had some input. He is the Rick Lax of magic, is Lloyd Barnes. And we have me. This is my personal hell, what you've done here with orbital lectures.
No, I don't
can't
think so,
imagine-
man.
to me.
this. Why?
Because I just imagine myself enjoying a beverage, right? Or two. What? One beer, what? Two beers, what? And then having somebody approach me and go, "Hey, Orbital, fucking show me some shit." And because of this lanyard that's been bestowed upon me by the graces of the Welsh god, I now have to fucking
Well,
perform.
let me tell you, there's a very specific reason because we have other lecturers at the convention. We have other people come into the convention that are really good magicians. There's a reason why I specifically wanted you. And it's because every time we sit down and we start jamming and riffing, you show me something that impresses me or gets me thinking or something or you just end up blowing me away. And a lot of magicians show me great tricks up close and personal, but they're surface level. Whereas with you always show me something that makes my fucking brain start ticking. And you're one of these people like that even though you say you don't like it or you hate it, you just get going. And I think it's a really fun experience jamming magic and learning magic with you. You're
And
also a
also,
fantastic teacher.
And also, I don't think that people realize how fucking good you are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people realize how much you've created, how amazing the Pig Cake Academy is, or how good a folk each of you are. I had someone come up to me at Magic Live and he's like, "Oh, I love the podcast. Thanks very much. Just saw Lloyd's lecture. It was amazing. He stole the show." I was like, "Yeah, he's really great, isn't he? I love all your stuff. I love watching Magic. Why have you got Pig Cake on the thing?" And I'm like, "Because I'm telling you right now, he's the best kept secret in Magic. He is as good as, if not better than me and Lloyd. He is." And if you doubt this for a
Definitely
minute,
better than both of us with the deck of cards, without a doubt.
go on the Pig Cake Magic Academy and just see the amount of fucking shit that you've got on there and how well taught it is. The bottom line is, everyone's like, "Oh, Magic TV, Magic TV." I go, my subscriber numbers don't fucking touch Pig Cake subscriber numbers. You are fucking dope, man. When I grow up, I want to be you.
Or grow down. Then
Cut your legs
but
off.
I think so much of your like a lot of your people's stereotyping of you is due to your humor and your racism.
Yeah, those two things.
And they don't,
are,
and because of that, they a lot of people look past you when it comes to like being a magic educator. So I was like, this is a perfect opportunity to kind of show people, make people go, "Oh fuck, okay, I didn't realize he has a fucking A game and it's really good." So
I gotta read a statement here in regards to my racism. So Pig Cake, aka Jose Chorizo, is in fact racist against everyone. I don't like everyone equally. That is
That's
my
the type
statement.
of stuff that only racists say.
Well,
You never hear people who aren't racist saying that.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm an equal
Anyway.
racist. More so depending on your proximity to me in traffic. That's really the barometer. It's not really anything. It's if you're near me in traffic, it just comes out. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that. But thank you for that opportunity, man. I don't want to sound lame here, but thank you guys so much. It really is a big deal to me.
Thanks for taking the
to be able
opportunity.
to lecture over there and even giving me that personal hell of having somebody approach me and go, "Hey man, let me also, if you fucking approach me in the bathroom and I'm taking a piss or a Yorkshire Dookie, dude, just know that you're gonna get whatever that substance is on you if you ask me to orbital lecture in the bathroom. So I will turn around and take my little wee wee and just spray it up and down."
Can I get an orbital right now?
Oh yeah, let
me get a fucking orbital off you, son.
Orbital me Pig Cake.
Yeah, orbital on this, just orbit around the ring piece. Anyway, so also the other thing is I wanted to so there's a few other surprises we've got in store. One of the things that I took into consideration was not just obviously we've got some fucking phenomenal lectures that we're going to cover in a second, but also I feel like you said you wanted a lecture, Pig Cake, and you wanted to do more lecturing, and I wanted to invite, because we got some other people stepping up to something else as well in the podcast. I wanted to choose people that weren't just talented, but they could use this as an opportunity as like sort of dipping the toe or like just an experience opportunity. So it could be like, okay, do you know what? Like I've been waiting a long time to lecture. I needed like the fucking first push in a convention that's not going to be uppity or not going to, it's not going to be a judgmental convention where if shit goes south, it's going to leave a lasting impression. It's the type of place where you can come, have a laugh, try out some material, try lecturing, presenting, performing up for the first time without any of the fucking worry that, you know, like if you imagine you were like, I did it the most retarded way possible. I did my first proper lecture on the arena stage at Blackpool. And I didn't enjoy it because of the stress, like the worry of it. I wish I'd kind of done some more things like this, you know? I did do a warm-up one, but I wish it was something like a looser convention that I'd done. You know, it's like it's a great
my
launch
very
pad.
first lecture was the Magic Circle headquarters.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
no
think it's the
chance.
opposite, man. I think it's the opposite. If you're fucking, I feel a little bit more nervous about this one than I would like Blackpool. Same thing with Magic Circle, and what this one is more relevant. This one's within our niche.
Yeah.
It's within our circle of virginity and retardation. So that, like, I feel it's a little bit more personable and nerve wracking than doing it in Blackpool for 1,000 people from, you know, everywhere that are just fucking magic geeks. Like, these are your people. Like, I'd want to impress my people more so than random blokes at the fucking Magic Live, you know, stage or whatever the fuck, or the or Blackpool. Like, I feel like that would be a little bit more meaningful to me than or sorry, that this would be a little bit more meaningful to me than.
I want to say something. I don't mean to be offensive. The most nervous I was for lecturing, because all the other ones, like, I don't know. I don't think nerves was the right word. I don't very much get nervous for stuff. But the one that I was actually nervous of before going on stage, where I was like one deep breath, was the session convention, because the
I
caliber of the
remember being with
magicians.
you at the session, and you were.
Yeah. I like. Yeah. More for me, more than anything, I get impatient. Like for my wedding day, all I wanted to do was get it over and done with as fast as possible, because they put it at 1 in the afternoon. What the fuck? So I was just waiting. Like a lot of my a lot of my like stress comes from being completely impatient, because like if I have a doctor's appointment, I'm the 8 a.m. slot. If I have a dentist appointment, I'm the fucking 8 a.m. slot. If I travel, I book a fucking 5 a.m. flight. I just like to get shit done. Otherwise, I'm waiting around to do all day. With the session convention, there was nerves, because it's a different caliber of magicians in that room. I think the people that go to the session are people that take magic extremely seriously. They're some of the best magicians in the world, and I felt I was being judged. And once I'd done the session, I don't think there's another convention like that, realistically. Once I'd done that, it was going off to like Magic Live. I had fun with it. I was excited to get on stage. I was nervous to like, because I was doing a new trick. Two tricks that could have fucked up. So I was kind of worried about, I could fuck this trick up, but I wasn't nervous to be on that stage. You know what I mean? I was like, I was only nervous that I could fuck one part of it up. So I think what I'm saying is that, like, with this type of crowd that we've got, they're people that just fucking love magic. They love our sense of humor, otherwise they wouldn't be coming. And I think they enjoy our particular styles of magic. So when you get up on that stage, Pig Cake, I think you're just going to be able to relax and have fun. And once you get I found for me, it's the first laugh. As soon as I hear the first laugh, I'm with them. I'm with everyone.
I can't wait for me to try a bit and it doesn't work, because that to me is another personal hell. And I've been in that situation where I'll say something that I think is funny, and then everyone goes, "Oh,
Find a face. My thing is find a face. Find someone like, and you've got it. You know it, Dre, right? In every lecture, every performance you do, there's always somebody that you can see laughing, smiling, even when nobody else is, and you fucking talk to them.
Yeah.
And then they get wheeled out of their wheelchair because they're fucking. Yeah, okay, that's what I'll do. I'll just pick the person that is the probably the most clinical of everyone and go, all right, that's gonna be my
Like One Flew
audience.
Over the Cuckoo's Nest kind of thing.
Yeah,
In
that
the straight
guy.
jacket. Yeah.
The one that gets wheeled in an iron lung.
Dude, I'm
That's
gonna
what
be
I'm gonna
watching it, so I'm gonna be pissing myself laughing. Just fucking talk to me. I was talking to Craig and Ryland in my Blackpool lecture for the majority of it.
Yeah, you were.
That's
We were
really
right
fun.
there on the front row.
Yeah, I just zoned in on Craig, and I was like, well, me and Craig talk all the time.
I have been with you at every single major lecture you've done.
Yeah.
Blackpool
Yeah,
session,
wow.
Magic Live. In fact, breaking news, I'm going to be with you at Magi Fest as well.
Oh shit! Seriously?
Yeah, Penguin have asked me to come and run their booth for them now that Mr. Tater's left the
Fuck
building.
yeah!
So, so I'm going to be over in Columbus in January. That'll be fucking nice weather. And yeah,
Oh.
to watch you lecture at the Magi Fest. I know you're excited about that one.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. And it's probably Arnold Schwarzenegger said you should never go to the gym unless you're nervous. And I feel like I don't want to get confident, like, oh, I'm excited, purely excited to do that lecture. But yeah, I feel like I'm competent now to have fun doing them. So I'm just excited to go and meet people and have fun.
And this is the point as well. I mean, we'll get into the schedule in a bit of the convention, but Lloyd stole the show at Magic Live. The amount of people that said that you were one of the big things that they love the most about Magic Live, and you're going to be doing that lecture this coming weekend.
Yeah. And I might throw some extra bits in there because we can go over our slots if we want to.
Yeah, because
it's our fucking place.
It's our fucking convention, exactly.
So yeah, I'd be given
I like that. It's fluid.
Yeah, like at the convention, there's a strict timer, and you kind of got to get the fuck off the stage. And I get it because they run a tight ship and they're organized, and we are retarded. So
What's
But yeah,
scary,
I'm
I
just-
imagine. Fucking Magi Fest, you just see Joshua J like off stage, just fucking looking at you when you're 59 minutes of your hour lecture. He's just there like this, just fucking flexing every bone in
you
his
just see
body.
Andy's dick pulsing in his pants, like
One of my favorite
fucking get
moments
you.
that happened at the session convention, very briefly. It was a couple of years ago now, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I go every year with Ryland. And there was a lecturer that was on, because it's very spaced out at the session. And so there'll be like 2-hour gaps on either side so people can session. But there was this lecturer, and it was a mentalist. And Ryland just had no interest in it. So he was like, Dad, can we go swimming? Can we go to the swimming pool and we can go swimming instead? I really don't want to see this mentalist. I was like, yeah, okay. And at the beginning of the convention, Josh was on stage at the opening remarks going, I love magic. The session is all about sessioning. I'm going to be there at every lecture. So I was like, yeah, come on then. We'll go swimming. We'll miss this out and we'll come back for the next one. And to get to the Radisson, to get to the swimming pool, you got to walk through the gym. And he didn't see me. But while this fucking lecture's on, while everyone else is fucking sessioning, there's Josh pumping iron, doing his thing. Like, oh, I am Joshua J. Oh, let's make my muscles bigger. I know I said I wanted to go in, and I know I said I wanted to be there with everybody in every lecture sessioning. But if I don't do this at least 16 hours a day, I'm going to end up I'm fucked, because the only thing I've got is my body, because my voice sounds like a fucking retarded frog. That's kind of where
This is getting flipped by Andy so much for the next roast.
Joshua J had a lecture.
I love Joshua J to bits, but let's be honest, he's business partners with a guy that's a fucking god. I mean, he never used to be, but now
He's Andy Glavin's the Jason Bourne of magic with a horse cock.
And
Dude, it's the opposite. The Joshua J had a lecture in Miami. I was so nervous to like approach him. I didn't even approach him. Like, I didn't even go, hey man, I love your work, just because he's so hot, like in person.
Yeah.
Just see him with his
you should
chiseled
have
chin.
I feel like that sometimes if I look at him, I almost spontaneous combust. Just
Yeah, look at him. I'm like, I don't want
You
to.
should have just given him a dumbbell. That would have like broken the ice. Here, Josh,
go, man.
pump some iron.
Take this.
But,
Do some fucking curls. Let me see your.
Oh,
spider
here's
curl
something.
technique.
I was chatting to Pete yesterday, Peter Turner, who's another lecturer at the fucking convention. He had a good announcement to make, and I actually like. I wish I'd fucking done this at my convention, at my lecture. And he said, because he said basically, announce this at the start of the lectures. If you're somebody that tends to fall asleep at lectures, if you know you have whatever the fucking word is,
Proclivity.
proclivity, is that a word, to fall asleep at lectures, and you've done so, or you fall asleep in cinemas or on airplane flights without trying, sit in the fucking back. You can't. At Magic Live, it was like the biggest moment of my Magic career for me, and there was one guy just nodding off in the fucking second row. taking up somebody's space who was like trying to see at the back, you know? If you are that person that tends to fall asleep, and don't be arrogant to say, I don't really. Just if you have ever fallen asleep at the cinema or in a lecture, sit at the fucking back, you cunt. It's gonna be a warm, cozy room in the dark. Go to the back, please.
What a
Too fucking
if you are somebody that's sleep. If I'm looking around, imagining everybody naked, and I see you and you're fucking dozing off, just know that you're gonna get like something sprayed on your face, some liquid from my body on your person at some point. Just know that in the Magic Con at the Rugeley Rose, dude. Fuck.
I was very tempted to say, wake up, you cunt, but it's Magic Live, so I couldn't. But if it was like in the Magic Pod, in our convention, if somebody's falling asleep, I say, hey, wake up, fuck off. You go to the back.
It'd probably
I
be
know,
me that just ate it too.
Oh, dude, I get sent photos of you sleeping all the time. I got sent another one like 2 days ago. Did I tell you?
No.
Oh,
Was it
yeah,
on the
let me
finger
send-
boot?
No, this is a beautiful one. This was sent to me covertly. I won't name the person. This is you sleeping at Magic Live
Sounds about right.
in the bar.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm fucking tired.
Look at that. Look at that. And then another one is
Yeah,
you.
but how offensive is it to you're doing a lecture or whatever, and some fucking asshole is just like, fucking, sir, do you have a heart
This is you
rate?
at the Alakazam convention sleeping?
Yep. I do tend to sleep at conventions a
So
lot.
sit at the fucking car park, you cunt.
I will.
The chair there made it look like you're naked because it's like flesh covered colored chair, so it looked like you have no bottom on. That'd be interesting. We should helicopter at some point at the convention in a Magic Live. In a podcast, like the live podcast, just fucking all spontaneously helicopter our wieners.
Yeah. And then we get tangled up and then we look like a pretzel from above. Craig is opening up. Craig is opening up the Magic Convention. We wanted to start off with somebody exciting with an eclectic depth
Fuck
of
off.
magic.
You wanted the bar to be set low so they can only go up from there.
Nah. No, not at all. No, we wanted somebody who's going to come in and set the tone of the entire weekend. Somebody get everyone excited. Make sure they're okay. Fuck, the convention has started. Craig, talk to us about what you potentially have or don't have planned for your lecture.
I've got no fucking clue.
The last time you did this, it was a static convention. You got a standing ovation. They literally asked you on the fucking day, would you lecture? You did, with no plan, and got a
Yeah.
standing O.
My plan is to take a case on stage, open it up, and figure it out. There'll be a bunch of stuff that I've never lectured on before. There'll be a bunch of it'll be commercial magic. It'll be close-up magic. It'll be commercial. There won't be any pipe dreams. It's not going to be a dealer dem. It's not going to be me spending an hour doing a David Stone, where it's like, or a Jay Sankey, you know, where it's like, okay, let me just spend the next hour showing you everything that you can buy at the end of the lecture, and you can't actually do anything. It's going to be me teaching you stuff that you can actually go away and do in a real world environment. And one of my favorite things to speak about is how we can take tricks that most people consider to be not very good and turn them around and make them better. You know, that's why I've worked on stuff like the Svengali deck in the past and the Mirage deck, and you know, everyone kind of poo-poos it as like, oh, this isn't something a pro could use. I like taking stuff like that and saying, well, okay, let's put a pin in how everyone else uses it. Now, how can we actually do it and make it, you know, completely different, but something unique that everybody can use. So it's going to be an eclectic range of material. There's probably going to be some coins in there. There's probably going to be some cards in there. Maybe because I'll break my own rules. I don't normally do dealer dems. It wouldn't be a dealer dem, but maybe because this got released yesterday and it'll have been released the day before. Maybe I'll do a routine out of here and talk about what you get in this set. Maybe I'll do that as well, because I know a lot of people want to know that, and I think Lloyd's going to have some at the convention.
Yeah, I'll have some units there. Some people collecting. If you go to the website, you can collect some, or it'll be enough. This should be enough, I think.
That's that. It's gonna be
I would like potentially some requests. Like I'd love for you to perform your invisible deck routine, the time traveling one.
Yeah, sure.
I'd love for you. I don't think you necessarily need to, because you could probably go to show a lot of Magic. You don't necessarily need to explain all the intricacies of it. It's just seeing how clever the routine is going to get people fucking taking notes and jamming on their own stuff, just watching you perform it and then just giving everyone the fucking bullet points.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, sure.
I'd love to see that. I think everyone would love to see the Atomic deck or one of the Quantum deck routines in person.
Yeah, we can do that as well.
Some of your coin magic, your sponge ball and ball routine is fucking amazing live.
Yeah, I haven't lectured on that in ages. I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, it's one of my
Yeah, I'd
favorites.
really love to see some of this stuff. And potentially we could even, everyone's asking about fuel. Maybe you could show fuel. Or maybe that's more for an orbital lecturing trip.
I think that's more of a orbital. I think we go round and I do it a few times.
Hell fucking yeah. So we go from the Craig lecture to a little break so everyone can get some lunch, if breakfast or brunch if they haven't had any, or just break out into sessions. And I think the dealer's room will be open as well then, right?
Yeah, dealers hall will be dealers room will be open for the second it begins.
We've got
Yeah.
some fucking, I mean, all of the dealers are fucking amazing. We personally reached out to all of these dealers and hand selected them to come along to the convention.
I might be announcing another dealer as well later on today. I'm just waiting to hear. I'll tell you. I'll put it into the chat. I don't know if he's going to be able to come. He said he's going to see if he can free up his weekend because he wants to be there.
Put it in the chat.
Just put it into the chat. I don't
Oh
wanna say.
shit tits.
Ooh.
Fuck.
So
This
he's
guy
definitely
is
gonna be
the
there.
guy.
Mhm.
So just to run through some of the dealers so you guys can go and check out potentially what they have on offer before they come. We can take one off at a time. Craig, do you want to talk about Trick Boom?
Well, Trick Trick Boom are the best. I think they're the most exciting production company to have launched in the last 5 years. I think it's very, very difficult to launch a production company and make it successful. And they've done so. And the way they've done it is by having absolutely, and this is not just me thinking this is just the opinion of everybody who knows their material. It's banger after banger after banger after banger. There's not one weak trick. And what they tend
Oh, they do
to
sell 8. They do sell 8.
yeah, that's the only shit one, you know.
And
But they what they tend to do is they tend to take stuff to conventions first of all for about a year and then release it on their website. And so at Magic Live, they which they'll have here, they had like Binary, which is fucking incredible. They had their little Amaze book, their little Amazon Amaze
Oh.
thing, which is
I
great.
was watching that with Rodney Reyes live, and I just losing my. I was like, "Hey, no, will you show him Ringo, please? Will you show him? Will you show him the box, please? Will you show him?" I just put him out because everything's such gold dust.
And Ringo is another example. You can't get these on their website. You can't get these anywhere.
Eject. Everyone eject. The fucking pen that
Eject.
just shoots out of the fucking ozone layer or whatever.
It's fucking amazing in ejectors. It's so good. I've got a couple of users.
Bankable.
Bad boy. Bankable. Bankable's really
I lost my
become one of
shit
the
for
tricks of the
bankable.
year.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's become one of the tricks of the year. I mean, every single
Instant classic.
Thomas Maloney has got like 2 of them because he does one in a kid's show. So he's got one in his kid showcase. It's fucking amazing for kid shows. And he's got one in his close-up case as well. Like everybody I know that knows does bankable. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Honestly, it's so rare to say that like a plot has been solved. I actually think like it is the solution to banknote.
I
It
agree.
answers so many questions. It has a visual element. It has the ending is smart with it, which is really good. It doesn't end with somebody losing, sort of. You know what I mean?
Also, timing, man. Timing is phenomenal. 'cause
Timing.
You're in it. They pick it, right? Oh, it's this one, and then bam, there's a revelation. It's not okay. So which one of these envelopes? I mean, the only person that I think nailed that is John Archer. When it comes to
Well,
his,
even with that though, right? With the John, I love John Archer's routine. Obviously, I think he popularized the modern love for it. The one thing that Bankable really has going for it as well, on top of everything else, is that it's there's no moves.
Mhm.
Anyone can fucking do this as long as you can turn around an envelope or take something out of an envelope. You could do this powerhouse routine. It's like that balance between ease of use versus impact of effect. It's it's very, very, it's one of those rare combinations that it has, which makes it phenomenal. Just another one of their tricks. Just another one.
Yeah, yeah. Trick Boom are just fucking legendary. Their new trick binary.
I haven't seen it. I didn't see it. What is it?
Yeah, what the
It's
fuck? I
basically
do
a,
shipping,
it's
and
a
I don't know what the fuck.
trick It's a trick with two. I want to say poker chips, but they're not. They're more like counters.
Oh no, I've seen it. I know what it is. I didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking
Well, here's
so
a
good.
here's a thing for you. That again, Noel probably won't want me to tell people, but fuck it. I'm gonna be jumping on and doing an expanded tutorial for that before they release it, because I was speaking to him and I'm like, "There's so much you can do with this," and he's like, "Yeah, we got the main routine on there." And I'm like, well, "Okay, give it to me, and I'll give you another 20." Because it's so fucking good. So yeah, and they've got binary right there on their booth. It's fucking amazing.
Basically, I think people have posted it in Magic Live vlogs, so we can kind of talk about it, but it's without spoiling it too much, right? But I'll give you the overview. Two poker chips, one says yes, one says no. And you have a couple of different selections, pairs of cards. So, yeah, one or the other. And you choose yes or no. You choose yes or no. Choose yes or no. Choose it. Disgustingly fair. I believe happens in the hands as well at some point too. Like, there's nothing to find. And then the selection process could not be any more fair. And then you have a prediction that matches every decision you made. But it's just like it's a barn burner. It's and it's a worker as well. Super easy to do.
Really is.
Have you seen
Typical.
like discards? Have you seen discards?
Oh,
Their routine?
amazing.
Lloyd?
What is
It's
it?
Bro,
it's like a custom-made
I-
Mirage deck that looks. So you bring out a deck of cards.
Oh yeah,
and the
yeah. I don't know the
cards
names of all these
fuck.
tricks, but it looks like a fucked up deck of cards, and then it turns into a perfect
a
deck.
normal deck, but then the box is also ripped as shit. Like the box you show to be ripped, and then you put it down, you take out your deck, and it's like, oh, these are all the shit cards that I've used. This is a great routine. You missed out on that one, and it has a bunch of like revelations on it that are like, amazing tricks that you're not performing. You're just talking about them, and then at the end, all the cards turn into a normal bicycle deck, and then the box is healed, and it's something that's completely. They could fucking look at the box all they want. They could examine it to death, and it's fucking just
Stupidly good.
little
Stupidly
holes.
good.
It's crack. Little holes is crack. It's a moving holes trick with what do you call this, marker on the back of a card box, and then everything's examinable. It's stupid. It's so clever.
Everything in
and
their repertoire is amazing. And Minibook Pro, which has become a neo-classic as far as I'm concerned. So many people do
Dude,
it.
I'm
Yeah.
still shipping those bitches out. That trick came out like 4 or 5 years ago. Every
Yep.
fucking day,
Wow.
I'm just shipping out fucking decks of those and the mini book. So people are still fucking raving over that. It's a fucking modern classic. I hated it, to be fair, and I mentioned that to him, that I just hate the idea of like, here's a little laptop, bro. But
Beep,
when
boop, beep, boop.
people fucking that laptop that's been there turns into there's no way for they spontaneously just come. Like you have to. You just go,
Nut everywhere. Then we got Jack Magic come in. I'll be coming for Jack Magic. James Keatley's Magic Store. I think Harry Harrington potentially is on the stand as well. James Keatley, I've said this a billion times. I think he is the most underground, prolific magic creator that exists. He's one of these people that unfortunately has had like major projects with major magic studios for one reason or another, never like completely come to light. And he is my type of creator where he'll think of a plot, he'll tackle a plot, and not just approach it from a really outside of the box creative sense, but also from an engineer's point of view. And he ends up making these beautiful creations that have the toy element to them, but have this really creative flair that magicians tend to love. From his like Spitfire coin set, which I think blew the roof off, from his Bic lighter trick, which he's the guy that is always in the first 1 or 2 clips of my Blackpool video every single year, because I would tend to put the best magic tricks at the beginning. He does that coin through filled glass of like orange juice or Coke. Everything he touches, people go, what the fuck is that? We're gonna get it. He has a whole credit card.
His credit card range is brilliant.
No,
Credit
so
cards.
it's Chris James and James Keatley is Jack Magic, and they're both. Chris is also somebody that's a fucking beast when it comes to
Oh,
thinking of shit.
Dude, he had the Sparrow wallet on the TCC stand at Magic Live, and it was one of the only tricks I saw at Magic Live where I saw other people performing it throughout the convention. I have it on video. A random guy comes up and just has the Sparrow wallet and is immediately doing a sponge ball routine with it. It's essentially like the new version of Quiver that can be. I mean, Quiver's examinable, but this shit, like you literally open it apart in front of them.
Yeah.
And it's like there's nothing to find. There actually isn't anything to find, but it can switch objects, it can ditch objects, it can make things appear. It is the new Quiver, but on mega steroids.
Mhm. Yeah, just by the nature of the folds of the wallet, it's such a clever idea.
Clever.
That's Chris. Like Chris would just be like, "Oh my," and he's so excited every time something comes out, and he deserves all the love in the world. And James too. It's fucking. Imagine them two bashing heads. Their credit card stuff is also phenomenal because it's just simple, easy to do. It's like sort of fluff. It's just straight. Here's a transposition. You're gonna blow your mind. Here's a fucking kicker that you don't see coming. And same thing with the rest of their catalog. Just phenomenal guys.
So I filmed the trailer for his credit card stuff, and I did it for like just because I wanted to be part of the project. So I don't do that for fucking anyone. And he has an amazing coin vanish and reappearance. Have you seen it?
Yes, it's brilliant.
Take a coin, sign it, vanishes, gone. Then you pull out your keys and your AirTag. You cleanly unscrew the AirTag where the battery would be, and the fucking coin is there. And it is
Sick.
clean. Super spot. There's a bunch of visual handlings you can do with it as well. It's just he's just really fucking driven the screw in for how much you can get out of this one effect.
So good.
Just yeah, phenomenal. So he's gonna be there. And Harry's on his stand. Have you seen Harrington's Quadra effect?
Harry, I got a chance to work with Harry in Germany. I got a chance to see his lecture. He was translating my lecture, poor fucker. But I got a chance.
I love that he probably translated it all wrong.
Yeah, he was trying really hard to keep up. I'm pretty sure what was being said to the audience was not what I was saying, but fuck it, whatever, it worked. But his lecture was brilliant. And then I saw him on stage, performing on stage. I didn't realize he was so good on stage. He fucking owned that stage. He really did.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that one of my favorite pieces, and I every time I see him do it, I'm like, I should put that in my act. One of my favorite pieces is that thing he does with the bag over the head and the pencil in the mouth and everything. It's just so fucking clever. It's so fucking clever.
Harry creates magic, but he's an even better performer. People love Harry when he performs. He's the only person, I'll say this officially, he was in the Not ESP trailer. I've been filming with you, and you are relentless with performing. If you'll just go up to anyone and everyone. But Harry is the only person that we literally had to hold back and say, no, we've got the footage. And he was like, no, I'm ready. I want to keep going. And we were like, no, it's steady. He's like, I want to keep going. Like, he just performs. He's a beast. He's got an effect called Quadra. It's a Tonosaur card, mismade, and it ends mismade. And he does it with train tickets as well. Super clean, looks perfectly visual. And I think Mark Elton called it in his Blackpool, like, his daily Blackpool write-up. I think he called it or he named it as like on day 2 or whatever, like best trick of that day. And I'm pretty damn sure he's doing that. He's going to have that on the stand. So go up to him and ask him to eat, and he'll perform it to you. It's fucking phenomenal. So we got Discount Magic, who are the shop that I actually shop at.
Yeah, they have everything. They have fucking everything. They're one of those
like
shops.
Dolly decks, regular decks.
Yeah, I said to Lloyd right at the very beginning, we need a shop that's got like supplies, because a lot of people going there are going to want supplies. And I'm like, Discount Magic. That's the shop we need to go for.
Yeah.
They're great. Neil Plummer runs Discount Magic, and he does such a good job. He really does.
And then you got Fourth Floor.
Well, I stopped talking about mine. We got Stellar Magic as well, which is
Chris Congreve. Chris Congreve, yeah. Chris, I'm the reason that Chris got into Magic. because I was working. Yeah, seriously, because I was working because we both live in the Midlands, and I was working at the time. It was while I was at university, and when I wasn't studying, I was working in a fancy dress shop on the magic counter. So there was a big fancy dress shop, and I had the magic counter. So I was demming simple tricks of people, and he came in wanting a fancy dress costume, and I showed him a magic trick. And he came in every single week and bought everything that we had, and got obsessed with it, and that's why I became a magician. If he hadn't have come
Wow.
into that shop and bought that costume, we wouldn't have Chris Congreve now.
Fuck. I think Chris Congreve is like, for me, like the highest praise you can get is like, Chris is a fucking magician. Like he's a really, and not just that, like how clever he is, but every time I see Chris perform magic, I'm like, oh shit, like I could never come close to his skill level. He's so funny, he's so entertaining. But the magic he comes up with,
He's been out as an artist through my entertainment company several times, and every single time we send him out, we get the most glowing feedback. Like people just want to email in going on about how amazing he is and how amazing his act was and how personable he was and how funny he is. And I think that's the thing that people need to understand. Chris is a worker. So when he brings something out, none of it is a pipe dream. It's all stuff that will work. And a lot, we all make a big gag about, oh, Chris, he does knob gags, and he loves knob gags. He's a typical black country boy. He loves knob gags. He loves things like that. But outside of that, his magic is so fucking powerful.
yeah, it's disarming. He's so funny. He reminds me of like a British David Williamson.
Yeah.
Very much like a British David Williamson in that, like, aside from like the physicality of David Williamson's comedy, but in terms of like Williamson's just really witty, really funny, really personable. What's disarming is that his magic is next level. It's kind of like the same as Chris Congreve. So clever, so polished, so good, so well thought out. But it's very rare to get that blend of somebody who is hilarious, and you know what I mean? Like he's just great.
And his coin magic is incredible. People say I'm good at coins. You should see.
No, they don't.
Oh, some people do.
Next up, we have Triple C. Fuck.
Kev G and Colin
Are you
Cloud.
have you seen Kev G and Colin Klaus? Big Cake?
Colin Klaus.
I know.
Why did I call him Colin Cloud?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you call him.
Oh,
fucking-
yeah, because they're dude, they might be your favorite people there. They are.
Really,
How
just
do you
my type.
And the name of their
fanboy over them.
Triple C stands for cards, coins, and cubes. They are fucking incredible at cards. They are incredible
Everything.
at coins. They're incredible at cubes. When I did the Cube 52 project, because you were still at Murphy's when I did the Cube 52 project, Lloyd,
Yeah,
and I
produced
remember
it.
turning around to you and saying, we need to have Colin and Kev on the tutorial. I don't care what Murphy's say. We need to have them on the tutorial because they will
Yeah.
add so much value. And they did. Kev G fooled me with my own deck.
Yeah, I remember you
When I,
telling me.
when I was
remember you
filming the
telling me.
tutorial, my own deck that I designed, he realized that there were like features in there that I didn't even realize, and he fooled me with my own deck. That's the sort of person that we're talking about. And his new coin set, his new things that you need to go up and see his new thing through TCC.
What I'd say about Colin though, Colin's the only, next to fucking Danny Goldsmith, right? Colin's the only person that I've seen in real life do complex, angle-sensitive coin slides at a level that I can't even do when I'm practicing.
Yeah.
In person, in the flesh, at the drop of a hat, and not fuck up once. Every single thing he did was completely flawless, and I really put him on the spot, and he went into the most difficult, like, terms of technicality routine, and made it look effortless, and was literally fooling me in front. I got the whole thing on camera. It was just, it's very rare that somebody does that with coin magic in front of my eyes, and just leaves my jaw on the floor. Colin's done that to me multiple times. Like if you see Colin's coin stuff, you're gonna be like, oh shit, so fascinating.
I tend not to watch Colin's coin magic very often because it makes me feel bad about myself. I like to feel I'm better than I am, and watching Colin really puts me in my place.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're just and they have a really great stand as well. It's a really well put together stand. They're polished. They're gonna come up and just like fucking machine gun you with tricks. You're gonna walk away broke. Fucking really lucky to have them there. Really lucky. Next, we got Mark Bennett, MB Magic. Do you want to take this one away, Craig?
Oh, Mark's the greatest comedy magician in the UK. There's nobody better. What he doesn't know about crowd work doesn't need to be known. He can literally walk on stage, and I don't know many magicians that can do this. He can walk on stage. I've seen him do it over and over again. You have, Lloyd. He can walk on stage and just spend 20 minutes talking and just have the audience in the palm of their hand. And he doesn't need to even say anything. He doesn't need to do any magic. He just needs to talk. He understands it. Like, he's built so many businesses in this industry. Illusions Magic
The
Bar.
original Magic Bar, I think.
Yeah,
he's multiple ones.
Yeah, he's done so much, but also he's helped so many magicians become successful because so many
He's
magicians.
helped me become successful.
Yeah,
Really, like I would be very. I think I've genuinely been in a different part of my career if he wasn't so kind and let me use his magic bars over and over and over and over.
and that's the thing. Anytime we want to film a project, he's like, "Yeah, come on down. We don't want anything in return." He's just a fucking amazing guy. But outside
Products,
of
though,
that,
his products.
his products are incredible. Like, everything is designed to work in the real world because, again, he's a real world performer.
But it's not that. The type of products that Mark makes himself, like he doesn't physically hand build them, but it gets produced. They are the type of shit you'd see in like extremely high-end, high-investment magic production companies, if not more high-end than most of them put together. He always has those beautiful coin gaffs, those incredible-looking, like filigree designed fucking magic props, special playing cards. Always sells a metric fuck ton at Blackpool because his stand is just, it's almost like, right, the way I describe Mark Bennett's stand is, in Aladdin's cave, and he goes down and you see all the gold trinkets, everything, and it's like visual juice for your eyes. That's Mark Bennett's magic collection that he sells. It's fucking outstanding. Dude, he has this one trick, right? Where you put a signet ring on a spectator's hand, right? So imagine I put a signet ring on your hand with the signet there. I get you to pick a card, right? Whatever it's going to be, say it's like a Queen of Diamonds. You pick a card, Queen of Diamonds. And then I'm standing away from you. I do a magical gesture. The signet on the ring that you're literally wearing and examined beforehand changes. And it's fully examinable. Fully fucking examinable.
On them.
Yeah.
On there,
His ring flight is currently the best ring flight in the world, I believe. Because it makes
is
sense.
the best ring flight in the world.
Air flight. It's the ring flight that goes on to your air tags.
I don't, and you know what? This is how much Mark Bennett means to me, and this is how much I value his products. I don't want to get into the whole lawsuit that I'm currently in the middle of right now, but what I will say is
basically done.
Yeah, it's getting there. 1 foot in the grave.
Literally 98. We have to write down a statistic. What was it? Oh, I lost the note.
I think it was 98.
It was
in the WhatsApp group.
98.28% completed.
Yeah, we're there. We're talking semantics now, but the whole reason that lawsuit started is because Air Flight, which is, in my opinion, the best ring flight in the world.
Makes fucking sense.
Mark was in a situation where he was told he had to pull his air flight from markets and he didn't know what to do about it. And I stepped in and I did the video that I did that caused me to get sued. And I'm telling you right now, I did the right thing, and I would do it again for everybody that says, "Oh, Craig should keep out of it." No, I fucking shouldn't. Because as a result of that video being made, Murphy's, who had taken the product off listing, relisted it and put an order into Mark again. And if I had to do this whole thing again, I would do it again. I would do exactly the same thing again because Mark is a genius. He didn't know how to deal with the situation. And he, by me doing what I did and making that video, it meant that that trick can be available for anybody to buy. I stand by that.
You literally went to war for him. I think like he's one of those people that a lot of people would. He's not just talented and good at everything, but he's a good person as well.
Yeah.
And he's going to be comparing the Gala show.
Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, we haven't even mentioned that. So
we'll get to that. We've got like one or two more dealers to cover, and then we'll jump into the Gala show after that.
Okay.
So yeah, Mark's products are you're gonna all be drooling over them.
The best.
They're so cool. And then we got fucking Ian motherfucking Bailey. And this tells you how much I like Ian Bailey. He was the very first fourth floor artist that got the certification badge.
Well, fuck you, Barnes.
Very first one ever. I'm a huge fan of Ian's work. He's a solid worker. He's a proper gigging magician. But every time you see him, he's got some new type of like, I love like that, but not toy, but like toy feeling type magic where it's always something like proper. You go, oh fuck, that's so fucking cool. That's so clever. All of his creations are like that. They're all interesting. They all take a twist on something. I'm releasing a new product with him soon through the fourth floor. He's the first artist that I sort of signed to the company. I can't really rave about him any more than that. That to me is like the highest accolade you can get. He's come in with his stand as well. What do I say? He's got I can't even get into it. I know so much of his material. Ask him to show you some of his ring tricks that he does.
Yeah,
especially you, Pig Cake. You'd love some of them.
The key and the have you ever seen the
stretching? Yeah, the key one.
That sounds hype as shit.
He's sick, man. He's so good. He's so good. I'm really hyped that he's coming along.
And what that guy can't do with AirPods.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They know well. So that's our lineup of dealers.
There might be more. Selected. There might be more. I'm just waiting back for a couple of phone calls. But I've got 3 very exciting dealers that I'm going to be hopefully announcing. I just need to dot some I's and cross some T's.
Yeah. And then I mean, but that dealer room is popping. It's fucking popping. Because there's no filler dealer there. That's what I'm gonna say. No filler or killer. It's true.
Which so again, it's a shame because the success really comes when you get the fucking the knockoffs. When there's a stand and then the next stand right over is the same trick but knocked off. That's when you know
price. Yeah,
at half the price. Yeah.
So after the dealers hall as well, then we're gonna have Pig Cake's lecture, which I'm so excited to see. So excited to see. Can you give us a little sneak peek
what you got
type
of Pig Cake? What are we gonna see?
I'm gonna have what do you call it? A Michelob, and then I'm gonna have a fucking San Miguel, and then I'm gonna have a little bit of a mimosa, and then a Bloody Mary, what? And then a fucking margarita, what? And then a fucking old fashioned, what? And then I'm gonna consider all the stuff for the lecture. So, but I'm just gonna go over basic stuff. I was gonna say I was gonna turn mine into a dealer demo and show exclusively Hams and Fantasies, which is available now on pigcake.me/.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
But no, it's all gonna be practical stuff. I really want to spend a lot of time on this little sort of spread thing, like a alternative to a peak. So I'm going to be working on that a lot just because I'm looking through my lecture notes now, and half of the lecture is spread force, spread peak, spread force explanation, card almost thought of, impromptu radar deck, spread force ACAN, like all these little bits, but all practical card stuff, like very easy to do.
You have some really good mentalism shit I want you to show as well, though.
Yeah. Also, there's a thing in there I think called prediction, which is a variation.
Don't tell us the actual tricks. Like I want to be surprised, but I want to get like a rough flavor of your lecture.
Well, I mean, I'm very fucking open, but it's just gonna be practical, easy shit. Like it's not gonna be anything complicated, nothing earth-shattering in terms of method. That's the other thing that I detest. Like I know you might be different, but I hate magic for magicians. Like I really do. Like I don't understand what the point is of trying to fool a fucking virgin. Like I'm trying to fool people that have seen slits before.
You're gonna show
know?
people and teach people tricks that they're actually gonna go and do, and get
Yeah.
good reactions to.
Like easy peasy shit. Like nothing that's gonna be difficult for anybody to understand. It just you want to take it and perform it. And one of my favorites is that radar deck, that impromptu radar deck. If you know anything about it, Richard Osman
know.
had this.
Don't tell me because I
wonderful-
want to see it on the day.
Well, it's just one that I'm just one little one that I'm teasing. But
Don't. I
Richard-
no. I love being surprised. Please don't get into it.
okay. All
I
right.
will tell you,
Um,
Pig Cake, that I know the radar deck and I fucking love the radar deck.
Mhm.
And I spent years trying to work out a way of doing that without using the gaff deck. So if you've got an impromptu radar deck, I am really fucking interested in that.
That's great. It's great. And what I like too is that at the end at the end in his version, he has a way of doing it with an almost card that they think of. And this one I could do it every time. But it's again nothing
Wow.
new.
I want you to show your pen and your lighter through Coin Live.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take some fucking. Now I have realized I have to fucking go back to my house because I went to my house to pick up some fucking stuff from that I have there, and I didn't pick up Hotspot, Alakazam's trick of the century. Fuck. I'm sure I could probably borrow one, knowing the virgins that are gonna show up. Somebody's gonna have Hotspot on them. Yeah, what a fucking. But I also want to do that trick that's the last ender in Hams and Fantasies, which is that Propolis murder mystery thing. So I'll bring that one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
So don't spoil it then.
No, but I'm really happy with the way that one turned out. And you actually get a mention here.
You right?
In my kind of conversations with Lloyd Barnes, Manuel, and PDT, several suggestions were bounced back and forth. One great one is to have the selection process of the murder be blind to the audience. So that's a little tip that I believe you gave, Lloyd, which I think makes it.
Just a tip.
You just stuck your little frenulum inside of my bumhole and you said, "Here, take this." And I said, "Cool. Yeah, that's great. That makes it infinitely better."
Well, my ego is well and truly massaged as well as my prostate. So.
But yeah, that's the other part. I don't know what you guys feel about lectures, but man, whenever you just start seeing stuff that's just, oh, you got to buy this, you got to get that, it just turns me off. I just immediately within a couple minutes, fucking get turned off to it. Because what the fuck? Like you're here to watch a lecture and ostensibly learn shit. I don't want to have to buy more shit.
Yeah, I Magic Live. I took nothing to sell, nothing, and they could not believe it. They were like, "What the fuck?" Admittedly, I didn't even advertise my website. I said nothing.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to take stuff to sell.
I'm taking stuff to the Magic Con, but Magic Live, like, I don't know if it's like the American commercialism, like, but they were literally like, there were people like, I had more, I mean, like, I have emails, and Jake can attest to this. I have people annoyed they couldn't buy from me. I was like, no, I don't want to fucking be a dealer den. Fuck that. Like, I just want to
Magic,
teach you
bro.
motherfuckers magic.
Fucking Blackpool, bro. People are just there like, no, I want to buy shit. And then they end up getting a sponge fucking hammer. They end up getting like a fucking smoke device that fits in the fucking underside of their ball sack. Like, it's just the weirdest thing that people end up
I'd say about it though, right? As I said before, Pete Turner gave me a piece of advice for Blackpool, because when I did Blackpool, I was like, nah, I'm not going to sell anything. Fuck that. And he was like, Lloyd, I've spoke to people that are coming that want to just meet you, like that want to just see, like, you know, just they see you online so much, they want to like put a face to the name kind of thing. And a lot of these people want something like memorabilia. Like I get it, because I went to see, and I'm not but my compare myself to Michael Amar, I'll just say where my head was. I went to see Michael Amar lecture, and I bought his lecture notes just because I wanted to take something home of him, even though he taught everything in the lecture notes in person. I just wanted to take it home. So at Blackpool, I made, he's like, Lloyd, trust me, just take something that people can walk away from the lecture with. So they've got like that, you know, a physical memory of it, you know, some memorabilia. So I do think it is good in a sense to have that. So bringing your lecture notes is perfect, because I want to set those and I want to get them signed off you.
Ooh, look at
For
that.
sure.
Well, yeah,
I do.
yesterday I did a live stream packing orders for that, and a couple of them got some pubic hairs from my chin. A couple of them got trash, just miscellaneous trash around me, and some of them got leg drops and elbow drops because they made me angry because they had a special request. So I had to fucking drop my world famous fucking Greg the Hammer Valentine elbow drop. Craig, just dropping some fucking old school references.
Well, I love me some wrestling, man, as you know.
Slim. After the Pig Kick lecture, we're going to be obviously a break in between it. But then comes one of my all-time heroes in Magic, the guy that I cannot have a conversation with because I just shit my pants.
You realize I've
Mark-
already lectured at this point, right?
Fuck off! It's Mark Elston, the giant of Magic, Mark motherfucking Elston. I'm going to say something about his lecture without spoiling it. Mark told me when I was able to have a conversation with him without shitting everywhere that what the premise for his lecture is, and it's unlike anything you'll have ever seen before. And I guarantee you this, and I don't want to put any pressure on him, and I don't want to have to follow through with this if I'm wrong, but every single person that hears this lecture from Mark Elston will immediately, every single trick they've ever performed or they're ever going to do, will immediately become stronger after his lecture. I can fucking guarantee it. It's an entire theory that you can apply to your Magic, all of it. And literally it makes it, in a sense, so that your audience can never figure it out. Well, I don't want to give it any more than that. It will
Teaser.
literally will improve every single trick. If you follow his advice and you apply it to your Magic, it'll make every trick you ever perform stronger.
Wow.
That is a big set of bollocks. Just drop it on the table. Oh, fucking deal with that, you prick. That's how good his lecture's going to be.
Wow.
Yeah, what a fucking accolade there. What a nice testimonial. Fuck. What if he doesn't match that and he just shows up and he's just like,
Dude,
"All
he
right,
showed me.
so-
He showed me one thing that he's going to talk about in reference to the overall overarching theory, and I was like, "It's actually genius." It's literally, it's Mark Elston for a start, so everything he does is genius. But I was like, "Yeah, you're an actual living
You've got to
genius."
understand as well. I know you're not from the UK, Pig Cake, but Mark Elston is Welsh. He is effectively Lloyd's king.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
King of
I'm
Wales.
a big fan of Wales. I love Newport.
Yeah.
And their
Tom
band.
Jones, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
And
Yeah,
all of
wow,
those
she's
people pale in
Welsh.
comparison to Mark.
Yeah, she's from the same town as Anthony Hopkins, 6 miles that way.
Oh my god, I would eat her fucking excrement. That's awful. That's awful. I can't believe I said that out loud. But
You would eat
That's
the
Why
last
people
sweet corn
don't
out
take
of
him
his butthole.
seriously.
yeah,
Oh,
dude, fucking dude, Michael Douglas got throat cancer from eating her out so aggressively.
Because she
Like-
probably has bacterial vaginosis or something.
Fucking, you know, Gwen Paltrow.
She is Welsh at the end of the day.
She made candles out of her pussy juice, which
Oh,
is
good.
pussy juice. By the way, let me just.
Sorry, can we keep talking about Mark Elston for a second? Because if people have jumped to the Mark Elston bit within
Yeah, yeah,
3
sorry,
minutes,
I
we're
was-
talking about.
I was gonna say that's
Oh, I'd have got Mark Elston. What is Craig Lloyd going to say, Mark Elston?
pussy juice.
So let me
Fuck's
talk to you
sake.
about the pussy
Fuck's sake.
juice.
Mark Elston is he's a where do we even begin? He has been the creative consultant on so many important pieces of magic, from television to stage to close-up magicians, mentalists. Mark is the brainchild behind so much of the popularized magic that we see today.
Yep.
Behind so much of the magic you watch on TV, behind a lot of the magic you actually fucking do and don't even realize. He had this innate ability to tap into the what's important in a magic trick, what makes a magic trick conversational. He has this extensive encyclopedic knowledge of almost every trick ever produced. Like, he literally has the book, I have it on my shelf, called Hidden Gems. And he's basically scoured through every major magic fucking book and release that's out there. hand picks out all the best tricks that exist that you can look to for his. He's the guy you're going to sit down with at the convention, and he's going to show you pieces of magic that you're going to literally fall in love with and start doing when you leave. He's the guy at the bar that's going to show you shit that you call your magic friends and go, you should have seen what Mark Ellison showed me.
You wouldn't believe how much impact he's had on so many tricks that he doesn't even get credit for it. He doesn't even want credit for it. He will literally make so many tricks 1,000 times better, and people don't even realize.
I'm not saying I'm a fanboy of Mark Ellison, but somebody in Blackpool, I'm a piece of shit. I'm so sorry I've forgotten the name. There was a lot happening. Somebody came up to me at Blackpool and was like, look, I know you're a really big, massive fan of Mark Ellison, so I brought you a gift, and it was a Mark Ellison product, just as a gift they bought just for me.
Wow, look at
I
that.
can't talk to this guy. He's just too good.
You just spontaneously come and erupt in your panties.
I think I've had a wet dream about it. I'm not going to lie.
And I wouldn't be surprised. And
I got a funny story about seeing Mark once at the Session Convention. So I just pulled up to the car park at the Session Convention, and I'm looking for a space to park in. And I'm looking, I'm slowing down, and I see a guy in the boot of his car, and it's Mark Ellison. I'm like, oh, fuck. Act like I'm not a fucking freak. And the Mark turns to me and went, I was just listening to you on the podcast. Cunt.
Great.
It's my favorite story ever. Cunt.
you know what? Just a quick side note. The amount of big names, I know I've said it before, but it bears repeating. The amount of big names that come up to me and talk about how much they love the podcast and they listen to the podcast. And it's embarrassing that they listen to this shit. And that, like, the thing that people know me for is this.
I hate it. I know. Like,
Can't fan out, bro.
yeah, big fan of the podcast. I love it. Like, please don't mention the podcast. Like, I'm trying to quit. I'm just trying to fade myself out still. And
I got my
like
patch.
thinking, what's happened now? Has he forgot to pay the bill again?
His lights have just fucking gone out. Everything's just gone. Obviously, electricity's not gone because we can still see his little fucking,
Face.
well, not his face, but his little pad.
Dog, his little dog, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Every episode, the one thing we can say about you, Craig, is that you're consistent. You never have a technical issue.
No,
Every episode Pig does.
there's something that fucking goes wrong. His camera's not working. His sound's not working. His fucking lights aren't working.
Spend $100 on a fucking cam link for the shit so I could fucking do this shit in 4K, and then nothing but issues. I should just do this. I should just
Dickhead.
do the Craig Petty. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, dude. Fucking potato cam here with my
Yeah.
fucking 420p bullshit.
Craig shoots his videos like he's about to record a manifesto before kill school kids.
I'm fucking glowing. What is this? Okay. Fuck me, dude.
What are you doing, you little twat?
I'm sorry. I apologize for playing with video effects. Mark Ellison, come. Mark Ellison, come.
So after
Yes.
Mark Ellison literally shatters your, fucking improves every trick you're ever going to do ever again if you listen to his advice. They'll be getting some grub, and then it's motherfucking Peter Turner, best living mentalist.
His lectures
The
are
How
man
the
that
fuck-
almost ended our boy Pig Cake's life.
Yeah, dude, fucker. Every time I remind myself, every time I touch this, I just I remember his stupidity going, no, it's fine. It's
What
okay.
I find with Pete
did.
is when you sit down with him, you're going to ask him one question. You're going to get 2 hours of advice afterwards. That is the best advice you will ever have. That has nothing to do with the question you asked. I'll never forget when I filmed the Evoke project. So we filmed Evoke, and the whole plan was it was going to be one tutorial, me and Pete Turner. And the problem is, I sat down, I was like, hey, welcome to Evoke. I'm here with Pete. We're going to talk about Evoke. And he just basically took over like he does, which is fine. I'm just like, I'm passenger in the Pete Turner show. I can handle that. That's fine. That's not a problem. And he didn't talk about anything to do with the fucking cards. He didn't talk about he didn't talk about the marks. He didn't talk about the stack. He didn't talk about anything. What he did do is come up with a fucking shit ton of ideas that I didn't even think of. Oh, well, let's do this with it. Let's do this with it. And he just went on for 2.5, 3 hours. Nothing to do with what I was wanting to teach. It was just fucking the most incredible
I'm
material.
not being offensive. It's the part of the project that people said was the best part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not being offensive to you. People were like that was not just a bonus. That was a masterclass in it was insane. I always say this about Pete Turner. He's the only mentalist I've ever met where we went. Well, the first, like, I mean, I've known him for like 15 years now, but there are, like, even knowing him, there are occasions that happen. We went to watch the Darren Brown recording for Penguin, and afterwards Pete started doing some of his ACAN stuff impromptu, right? And each one of us was having part of the ACAN, like different phases of an ACAN performed on us. Who's walking in my fucking garden? And at each point, we were looking at each other, and I thought he'd stooged this one guy for sure, and then I thought he stooged the other guy. Then, when he did it to me, he thought they'd stooged. None of us were in on it. He's the only magician I ever watched where is my only idea for methods is that it's stooged, either he performs it to me, or that it's set up in some way. And then he tells you how it works, and you go, there's literally levels to this. What the fuck? Like, he is doing shit that is not of this earth, and it's practical as well. It's not like Danny DeOrtiz where you go, that's god tier card magic, but you have to kind of be Danny DeOrtiz to do it. Each stuff can be done because it's not logical. It's workable, but in the moment you literally. You think that like you have to be stooging me, you have to have paid me to be in it, or is everybody else in on it except for me? And then he shows you how it works. And it's like, oh shit, fuck. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. I realize I'll never be this good.
He's incredible. I remember doing the ED seat tutorial with him, and I really wanted him on ED seat because he's a fucking god tier mentalist. And I interviewed him over Zoom, and he did another 2.5 hour session for the fucking ED seat. And he started this whole thing by saying at the very beginning, oh, well, this is all based off the binary system. I've never done anything with the binary system ever. I'm like, okay, this is going to be the very first time that Pete Turner's going to be like providing very little information. No, 2.5 hours later, he'd come up with like some of the best fucking ideas for the binary system ever. And he'd never even worked with it. He was literally just coming up with this shit off the top of his head. And I'm just like, how are you fucking doing this? How is it even possible for somebody to have very limited knowledge about a subject and improve it so much live right there? It's just insane.
Autism. Weaponized autism is, I think, his secret. He's definitely
he's just
somewhere.
a god. And so many people are going to be seeing him for the first time live, and it is an experience. Pete's not an orbital lecturer, but he's the most giving person in magic next to you, Craig. Probably he's like he's not that. This is what I love about Pete. Pete will always put on a show in the bar, like not an actual like stage show. Like he's got no ego at all. He don't give a fuck if you are Max Maven or if you're Max Jones off the street. He's gonna sit down with you. He's gonna show you the coolest shit you've ever seen. He's gonna teach it to you for free, and he's gonna treat you like an equal, even though he has every right in the world to be completely arrogant.
Do you remember when we had the bright idea on the Evoke project of getting Pete to do some live performances at House of Secrets? And we're like, Pete, can you just take Evoke and do some live performances, please? And he's like, yeah. And the first thing he does is he walks over to a bloke, fucking inducts them into a hypnosis flat on the floor, and then takes their ability to speak away. And he was like, "Is that what you're looking for?" Well, it's not on the fucking project, mate. But you crack on, mate. You do whatever
You
you
just
want
do
to
you,
go and
buddy.
hypnotize people right there and then. Just go for it. You do your thing.
Just absolutely
second to
class.
none. Crazy, like the amount of time that he could just fucking squeeze out of a performance. You know, just random impromptu, like just busting shit out on a whim, and it's TV class material that looks absolutely impossible, and just you know, the shit that he performs for just off the cuff is sort of everybody's like, it'd be your A material, like just somebody in a working gig, and it's just shit he's doing in a pub just for fun, which is
Yeah.
crazy. But he's I think probably the best thinker in mentalism ever, just because
Yeah.
his approach is
I'm so current.
Mhm.
Can I just say, we're not even at the end of day one.
Mm.
Day one for the £50 convention. If you come to just Saturday, that's 30 quid. We're not even at the end of the first day. Can I just say,
Those are fucking
£30
retarded.
if you want to come on Saturday? We're literally not doing this for profit at all.
Oh no, we're fucking not. We're in a.
We don't give a
lot.
fuck. This is just because we want to do the best convention with no rules. Can you explain about the gala show then after this?
So the gala show.
Because you're putting it
is-
together.
I'm putting
And
it
then-
together. The gala show, there's going to be a surprise act on there that I'm not going to tell you who it is because they've asked me not to tell you who it is. But there's going to be a surprise act on there. But the gala show is going to have Pig Cake doing the 30-minute monologue on
Sex, friends.
Ted Karmolowicz.
Oh, I thought you said Dex. I'm like, that'd be weird.
So the host, the compere of the gala show, is going to be Mark Bennett. I mean, who's going to be doing his signature crowd work, but he's also going to be doing some of it. He's promised me that he's going to bring Dave with him. I don't know if you've ever seen Dave.
Fuck off, Dave. Fuck off, Dave. He said that once and folded me in half laughing.
Yeah, so Dave is.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Don't
I
tell
won't
anyone.
say
Don't tell
anything, but
anyone.
I was bringing.
tell
If I
anyone.
said Dave,
I won't
Penn,
say.
I got excited.
He's bringing Dave with him.
No,
So
I wish
Dave.
Dave Penn was coming.
Dave is coming, but only on the Sunday. He's a guest.
Is he?
He's bought a ticket. He's gigging on the Saturday, but he's there as a guest on the Sunday, and he's really upset about it. He wanted to be there on the Saturday because he wanted to see Pig Cake Lecture.
I've never seen him coming. He's really fucking good.
Yeah. Luckily,
He
I
saved the
don't have
lecture.
fucking anything to do on the Sunday other than the Magic Podcast. You're the one that's going to have to deal with looking out in the audience and seeing fucking Dave Penn sitting there watching.
Actually, no,
your
it's good because he helped me with my lecture in Magic Live. So
They're going to
Yeah.
be pushing dice through borrowed phones. Just
Yes,
Fuck.
he is.
have you seen his zigzag phone? Dude,
Yeah,
his zigzag
yeah.
phone is fucking crazy. You put a phone in a box, zigzag it with the screen on.
It's insane.
what I want is David Penn to be doing that when he was in what's that phase that he had during the Wizard product review where he was like working out and then he was like more like a stage guy. So he's doing like stage shit. I want him to do the zigzag phone in the same sort of way that he would do like fucking getting like a stage presence.
Yeah.
Puts it in there.
It'd be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave's fucking incredible.
I'd come.
Not on the gala show, but he's incredible. But yeah, so Mark Bennett is going to be comparing it. He's going to be bringing all the acts on and off, but he's also going to do a big part himself as well. We're also going to have Ben fucking Williams doing part of his one-man show on the gala show.
On his birthday,
He's coming on his fucking birthday to do the gala show, which is just ridiculous. So he's
if you haven't seen Ben, so Ben has one of the most viewed Magic clips on Facebook. There's a comedian called Jeff Akuri, and he's one of the most. I think he is the most viewed stand-up comedian on Facebook in the world. And his most viewed clip is Ben Williams performing a trick to him.
Yeah.
And it's our type of fucking trick, if you know what I mean.
It's
I don't want to spoil
fucking-
anything if you haven't seen it. His live
I think you already
show,
have. You mentioned it in a podcast before.
yeah, you guys can go and find it. But his live show is, well, I mean, Ben was is lecturing on the Sunday, so I can wax lyrical about him in a minute. But we're very, 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 very lucky to have him on the Gala show. Very lucky.
Fucking great.
Yeah. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. He's absolutely. In fact, I'm putting the Gala show together at the moment, but I think he's going to be closing the Gala show, the whole thing, because he's that fucking good.
He's forever in my top 5 creators list, by the way.
Yeah.
Perennially.
I mean,
Every year.
The stuff that he does is neoclassics. Like his one card link is just fucking label everything. Everything he does is just ridiculous. And he doesn't lecture very often these days. And we'll get to his lecture tomorrow, but he's a real worker. So yeah, so you got Ben Williams, you got Mark Bennett, you've got the person that you told me not to say anything about because he wants it to be a surprise. So I'm not going to mention that.
Oh, you're all gonna shit biscuits when you find out.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you who it's going to be, but I can't. So we've also got me. I'm going to be, and I'm going to look. I'm going to tell you one of the things that I'm going to do, and it's kind of really an important thing for me as well. So, and I thought this was the perfect thing to do it at.
Cockboy torture.
Yeah, that as well. But I've mentioned on the podcast how Paul Daniels was such an inspiration to me and my career. And I genuinely think Paul Daniels was one of the greatest magicians of all time. Well, Paul Daniels had Paul Daniels developed an illusion, and the story behind it is fascinating. He developed an illusion called trigonometry. And basically, to cut a very long story short, when Paul Daniels got the contract to go and do the TV show every single year on the BBC, he reached out to an American company and he knew he needed lots of big illusions. So he bought this illusion from this catalog and it got delivered like the day before he had to shoot it for the BBC. And it was fucking nothing like what the actual picture in the catalog was. It was completely fucking different. And it pissed him off no end that he had to actually go and perform this illusion on BBC. And you can see how there's footage online of him doing it. You can see how fucking pissed off he is about it. But he did it because he had no choice. And it became his life's work to improve this illusion. And through his entire life, he spent every year he'd take it and he'd tweak it. And when the Paul Daniels show finished and you book Paul Daniels, he would always close with this illusion. Well, when he passed away, the rights to this illusion was handed over to Thomas More, who's a good friend of mine. And Thomas spent years talking with Paul about this illusion. And between the two of them, they came up with the most deceptive illusion of all time. And it's not like a normal illusion where it's like music and like bang. It's very, very cerebral. It's very, very different. And yeah, Paul Daniels performed it with Debbie McGee. And it is just a mind-boggling illusion. There's only 2 of them in the UK. And one of them is not used. So the only one that's actually in use is the one that's owned by me. And I perform it exclusively at corporates. And for the first time, really in a long time, on the Gala show, I'm going to actually perform Trigonometry by Paul Daniels. I'm actually going to take that illusion that's not been seen for years, and I'm going to perform it on Thea. I'm going to have Thea come on stage. She's going to be my Debbie McGee. And I'm going to show you, and I'm literally going to show everyone this illusion that Paul Daniels did all those years ago, which is my fucking favorite illusion of all time. And I invite you, anybody that's in the audience, to try and figure out how it works, because every single time you think you know how it works, you're going to get proved wrong, because he spent 30 years working on it, and it is the fucking perfect illusion. Even if you're not the biggest fan of illusions, and I know you're not, Lloyd, this is just...
I love watching illusion shows from a performative point of view. So this takes a win off myself, because I only wanted you to do an illusion show so we could all take the piss out of you. But this is like really hard.
Well, the thing is, I'm not doing the illusion as a normal illusion. It's not going to be music and boom. I'm going to literally tell the story about Paul Daniels. I'm going to tell the story about the trigonometry. I'm going to tell the story about how it appeared, what it is. I'm going to tell that whole story. and I'm going to perform it. And I think that most people in that room either won't have seen it, or the last time they saw it was on the last time he did it on TV was Secrets on BBC.
Whoa. Fucking hell. Okay. Well, I just wanted people to see you dance like Ricky Gervais in The Office.
Yeah, that's not my
Oh,
style.
well.
I'm 50. I don't fucking dance like Ricky Gervais. It's not my fucking style.
Zigzag illusion. It's all and half a lady.
Well, no.
That's what I want to
Fucking
see.
Tits out.
No.
So carry on. Gala show.
So yeah, so I'm going to be I'm going to be doing a spot. I'm going to be doing a couple of routines, but I'm going to close with trigonometry. And then we've also got Magic and Mischief. My daughter and my son, Ryland and Thea. Now you want to see high impact illusions with lots of music and all of that sort of shit and high energy. That they're the ones that do that. So they're going to be doing
I took little rascals just fucking doing magic on a stage.
dude, they are fucking good.
And they work for free as well. So, you know.
Yeah,
come on,
we
it's
didn't have to
fucking
pay
30
them.
quid for the
Trying
day.
to pay
You can.
Yeah, exactly. So we got them for a song, which is good. But I mean, you know, they've got contracts with like 4 different holiday parks. They're working like all the
They're
time.
working in
Like,
London in the morning. It's 6
yeah,
a.m.
this is the thing. They're leaving home at 6 a.m. We're having to load their act in, all of their illusions in on Friday night into Rugeley Rose, into the wings, because they're leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning. Magic and Mischief have been booked to do a corporate show in central London. Tom is taking them down there. They're doing a full 45-minute corporate show, and with different illusions, because their main illusions are going to be on the Rugeley Rose stage. Then Tom's going to drive them the 4 hours back. They're going to get there about half an hour before they have to go on stage, and then they're just going to walk out and they're going to go straight on stage. I mean, they are fucking troopers.
That's fucking amazing.
So and you know there's going to be levitations, there's going to be transpositions, there's going to be you know all of the big shit. So you
Well, yeah.
on a gala show, you've got to have all the big illusions, and I'm too old to do that shit now. So I'll do the really cool Paul Daniels stuff, and I'll leave the levitations and stuff to them. So
Well, that brings us to the. I mean, they're not the end. They're not ending the gala show. Ben Williams is.
yes,
You know. But that brings us to the end of day one. £30 for day one.
that's ridiculous.
£30.
That's fucking ridiculous.
And it's basically no matter where you are in the UK, unless you're in the Upper Hebrides, however the fuck you say it, it's no more than like 2.5 hours drive from anyone.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's ridiculous.
it's the most no-brainer convention on the fucking planet. That's day one. Day two, then, is we're starting the day off with Ben motherfucking Williams giving a 90-minute lecture. 90-minute lecture. He's going to go over some old classics, some brand new material, stuff that he performed on stage from the night before. He's going to, I mean, Ben is one of the most inspiring magicians to me ever. He's come up with like I said, a lot of the modern classics in street magic style magic, as well as the methods to go with them. I mean, his one card Link alone puts him in god tier status. He's the first magician, as far as I know, that ever was able to fully solve, taking one playing card, having it signed all over by spectators, tearing 2 hoops out of it, linking those 2 hoops together, and giving them away to be kept forever by the spectator. Done. That's just one of his tricks. One of them. Just one of them. Right? Ben motherfucking Williams.
The legend
He-
himself.
He redefines certain genres. Like, I'm not even going to get into it, but it's a 90-minute special lecture. And the reason he's on first is because we want somebody high impact, somebody that's going to wake everyone's brains up. But it's also his family coming up to stay close because it was his birthday the day before. So I put him on early so that if he wants to go and spend some time with his family the rest of the weekend, like their plan is, then he can. So you got him for 90 minutes. It's an extra special long lecture. Potentially going to be my highlight of the convention, I think, because I
Yeah.
just love him. so
Honestly,
much.
if you've never seen Ben Williams perform or lecture before, he is next level. He is absolutely fucking next level.
Yeah.
And he's so entrepreneurial. The amount of stuff that he's got going on, it's inspiring.
Yeah. So then we got a break again.
Okay.
Dealers halls open throughout, so you can go and get some treasure from the dealer's room. Then I'm doing my lecture from Magic Live. After me,
Hang on, whoa, 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 whoa,
after me,
whoa,
wait,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
no,
whoa,
sorry,
whoa,
after Ben.
whoa, motherfucker. No, we can't just gloss over I'm doing my lecture and then no.
Yeah,
no.
right.
I don't want to talk about me. After Ben, it's the magic
Don't
mixtape.
worry, you
It's the
don't have
magic
to talk.
mixtape. It's the magic mixtape after Ben. It's the magic mixtape.
Okay,
after Ben.
well then we get to Lloyd and we talk about Lloyd. What is a magic mixtape, Lloyd?
It's basically at a magic convention, you often hear that the best tricks are not at the dealer's hall, and they're not in the lectures. The best tricks are often the ones you see at 3 a.m. in the Ruskin. So we wanted to kind of keep it open source slightly to an extent, because we have some people pre-planned in as well. But we wanted to, in the moment, find some cool fucking tricks, the ones that you would normally see at 3 a.m. in the Ruskin, and offer that magician 10 minutes to come up and show the trick. Maybe teach it, show it, whatever. But I think the magic mixtape is probably not the perfect name for it. It should have been like the 3 a.m. slot or something. 3 a.m. at the Ruskin or whatever, or the shit that the real tricks of the convention, or the best tricks of the convention. But it's a mixtape slot where we have some special guests that are going to be announced. One very special guest flying in from France, right? I'm not going to give us any more away than that. Yeah. Someone who's become a overnight celebrity in the online magic realm, so to speak. And so, yeah, I had to, say, please, will you do this? We would love you to come and take part. And he very kindly said yes. And a few other people that I've asked specifically, because I know they have great, clever things that I want you to see. But also, it's kind of open source. So, yeah, there are going to be people there that have great tricks, and we want them to showcase it. And, we want to make sure everyone sees those tricks, as opposed to being hidden away in the back corner of a bar. So it's a magic mixtape. That's kind of the ethos. If you guys can come up with a better name, then so be it. Let us know. Right?
So I'm just ripping my fucking Art of Astonishment
You're
volume.
doing the old school cardboard collections by Paul Harris. If you've never seen One Card Link, when you learn that, you'll throw that shit away.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is I just
Because
remember Paul Harris doing it with
is
this.
scared of Ben Williams.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Ben has completed it. But yeah, I think the magic mixtape might be a highlight for everyone at the convention.
I agree.
Because it's going to be eclectic, it's going to be fast, and you're going to see some A-list material, and then it's just going to be almost like magic shorts. It's like whoa,
As I call it, magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I think it's going to be really, really good as well.
of course, then there's a break, and then more orbital. There's not more. There's the same orbital lecturers, and the dealer's hall. So there's something happening constantly. I've then got my lecture straight from Magic Live. I'm going to be.
It is the same lecture where everybody was coming up to me going, "Oh my god, that's the best ACAN I've ever seen." Like that was so inspiring. That was so inspirational. I didn't see your Magic Live lecture because I was on the booth. Are you doing the new version of the Acme Portable Hole?
Oh yeah, I'm opening with that.
Brilliant, because that is
Ooh.
fucking incredible.
So I'll give you guys 2 spoilers so we can go straight on to the next subject.
Out of me with that. You fooled the shit out of me. Two routines that I've seen you lecture that I desperately want to do. One is the Acme Portable Hole, and the other thing is that thing with the red and the blue deck.
I wasn't even going to do that.
I fucking love that. I love that trick so much. I think that trick is fucking incredible.
I might throw that.
It's incredible, but it's a perfect demonstration of creative thinking.
Oh, cheers, dude. I appreciate it. Well, I wasn't going to do it, to be honest with you, but if I can go over because I know my lecture's 1 hour. But if I can run over a little bit, then I'll throw it in there. 2 things. I won't say why I'm going to do the acting whole thing. I'm going to debut something in the UK at least, which sounds funny to say. So the Vanishing Elephant changed my life. And then I went to America for Magic Live. And I was like, I want to do something very special for America and not just changing the object. So first of all, I wanted to do it. I wanted to say that I made the Statue of Liberty vanish in America. So the new version uses Statue of Liberty, but the vanish happens ultra visually and in slow motion, and then it disappears. Yeah, so, and it's not for sale. It's not for sale. It's not a thing. It's brand new. I performed it for the very first time ever at Magic Live. And I nearly got not beaten to death, but like there were some angry people that wanted to buy it that couldn't, because they wanted to immediately start doing it in their shows and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing that and then showing how it works and all that good stuff. After me, did a break for lunch.
Actually,
and
what we're talking about, hang on just one second, because I did want to say one thing, and it's not about you, but it's that, we shout out things that we see on the podcast that are really good. And I have to shout out Near Evans. Because I don't know if you know Near Evans. If you don't follow, I'm sure you all follow Lloyd's YouTube channel. A year or so ago, maybe a couple of years ago, you put that incredible trick with the boat on the card.
Me and Bo come up with it on a live stream.
Yeah, it's incredible. Nia put a performance of it up, which I think is one of the best performances I've ever seen of that trick.
You actually improves the trick with the handling she does. I can show you guys. So it's a card that's got a cutout of a boat on it, like that, and then you put a white card behind it, so it looks like a folded paper boat on the playing card, and it's like sailing on the ocean, and then you snap your fingers and the paper boat becomes real, like a little cutout, and you can just show us one card.
What?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, what the
So,
fuck?
yeah, me and Bo created that on a live stream for a laugh, like a couple of years ago. She made it better. So good. Go follow her.
Well, Nia Evans, just so you know, has just one of her things she's always wanted to do since she was a kid was become a redcoat at Butlins, and she's just been made a redcoat at Butlins, which, if anybody doesn't know, is one of the hardest things. It's one of the hardest gigs to get in entertainment. It's so difficult to get a gig as a redcoat.
Wasn't Stephen Mulhern, like, wasn't his big break becoming a redcoat at Butlins?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that start off as a redcoat and then they achieve a lot of success in this industry.
Yeah, it's a big.
And literally they audition. There's only 3 Butlins. I think there's probably only 100 redcoats total over the 3 Butlins. There's thousands of people that apply every single year, and she's made the cut. She is a redcoat now. And I spoke to her the other day, and she's like, yeah, I'm doing magic all day, every day. They've got me doing magic. They've got me doing juggling. They've got me doing unicycle riding, and just she's living her dream and just getting paid to do magic and doing stuff like that. Like, it's just, yeah. I just
so proud of her. She's phenomenally talented. I want to see her coin work. Her coin work dunks on a lot of coin magicians. Like, she does this shit that's hard. Not like she doesn't just rely on the
she's
shell.
kind of from the school of Colin Clout.
Colin Clout
as well, yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, the guy who's gonna be there with the dealer's table. Like, this is the school of British coin magic that these people are. It's really special. We're in a great place in magic at the minute.
You're really
thanks to people like that. But so after the lecture, then we got a break, last hour or two at the dealer's hall, get some grub, and then we're getting into the entertainment for the part of the evening. First up, we got the Magic Podcast Live. We were going to end on the Magic Podcast Live, but we're going to end on a bang instead.
Yeah, the Magic Podcast Live is going to be really interesting. We've only done it once before, really, which was twice technically. But the first time was really, really fucking good because we really put some effort into it and we really kind of thought through what we were going to do. The second one was a complete shit show.
Let me tell you what happened the first time. This is how fucking crazy it was the first time. Craig was absolutely blind drunk when you got kicked out of the fucking Blackpool for it. We pissed off all the audio technicians. Also, Rich Relish hosted it and did a bunch of games and had some fun with questions. Rory Adams helped out by writing games and fun quizzes and stuff. Loser of said quiz had to get a tattoo. I was going to get me fucking a sheep if I lost. Craig would have had to get live on stage I Love Luke Dancy. Craig lost the questions and on stage at Beat the Wand got tattooed and it says I Love Luke Dancy. Nathan Lindley came on stage, tattooed him live in front of hundreds of magicians while we all just laughed in his face. That's the chaos that we're going to bring to the Magic Live podcast. That's what's happening.
And that
5
first
o'clock.
time was without Pig Cake. Now we've got fucking Pig Cake as part of it as well.
Pig Cake did the second one because Katie was like, Lord, you're not doing this shit. I was
The
like, "Yeah,
fuck is that? What a little preview that was, right? A little preview, and then now look at that. Official member, third member walked in.
yeah."
Oh, this is this is I turned the
Oh,
camera.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. This
You're
is when
already
we found
not-
out Craig did not book the venue.
Sorry,
This is
no,
when you find out.
I'm back. No, all it was is I had 5 calls off the same number, but it's just somebody who wants to book a magician. I've told them to chill the fuck out. Sorry.
Oh, we're at Denny's. We'll be at Denny's and fucking I don't know, God knows where, by the Rugeley Rose. You guys don't have Denny's over there, do you?
No, we don't have
No.
Denny's because
Yeah, we
we're-
do, I think. I think we do. We have one in Swansea.
What? We have a Denny's? No, we fucking don't. Don't lie.
Yeah, we do.
Fuck.
We do.
No,
I had a
that's-
Carl's
that's
Jr.
Uncle Denny. Uncle Denny from Swansea.
Oh,
That's what that is,
Danny. Danny,
Oh, yeah.
let's have a fucking burger then, son. No, we fucking tell you now. Son
I love there was a place by Yorkshire, of course in North Yorkshire, or West, whatever the fuck where Peter's from, that it's called UKFC. So it's not KFC, it's UKFC, and of course the people that run that are my people that are just there like, oh no, come, very good chicken.
Bro, I bet it was the best you fucking ever had.
I just
I think
googled
it was
it,
all
by
right.
the way.
Yeah,
I just googled it. There is only one Denny's in the UK, and that's in Swansea. What the actual fuck? Like, Denny's is a huge company in America, and they're like, you know what? This is the conversation that happened at Denny's. You know what? We've dominated America. Everybody fucking comes to Denny's. It's where you come if you want to
Is
eat
it good?
much food and depressed.
No.
Like everybody, no shit. You go to Denny's, right? Okay, that's great. We need to crack the UK market. All right, what's the plan? Well, we need to open up a flagship store. Where should we open it up? The arse end of fucking nowhere. Let's put it in
Facts.
Swansea, which is even fucking nowhere for people that live in Wales. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. Like, why would you have a Denny's in Swansea? And that's the only one.
fuck?
What the actual fuck would you?
No,
like,
oh, a minute. Let's put it in the hometown of Anthony Hopkins and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Michael
oh,
Sheen.
that's where it is. Okay.
Yeah, just up the road. It's the
I'm
city
glad that you
closest.
know, all the celebrities that came out of fucking your end of the world, which is like 7,
to 3.
3, and then Mark Elston, which you fucking hold on
God.
godlike status.
God. So yeah, we've got the Magic Podcast slide, and then finally we're finishing off with an absolute.
hang on,
cluster
before
bang with a
we
fucking
do that,
nuclear bomb.
what can people expect from the Magic Podcast Live?
Rich Relish was hosted again, or loosely hosted again. We've got some quizzes, we've got some fun games, audience interaction, Q&As. I like that it's not the last thing, A, because it stops us just fizzling out. For over 3
I
hours.
think
It's
we'll
gonna be
put a
like-
2-hour timer on ourselves. I think we'll actually have a clock counting down because this thing can go on forever. And eventually we'll just end up with us going, we fucking hate you all, fuck off. We don't want to get to that point. So I think if we have a 2-hour countdown, a timer going down, I think that's going to keep it nice and tight. Toit.
Yeah, and it's
Toit
like,
like a toy gun.
we'll probably talk about some topics, some potential dramas, any new tricks that we've seen at the dealers hall or throughout the convention. Just a general podcast, but live in your fucking face, and much more exciting. I'm hoping that Pete Turner, if you're listening, Pete, bring your tattoo gun.
That's great.
The last time Pete gave Pig Cake a tattoo, he passed out.
Yeah, it's because Peter's an asshole. Peter's an asshole, and every
tattooed
single
your
tattoo
ankle.
artist. He tattooed my ankle bone, and he did it awfully. Meanwhile, his tattoo and Nathan's tattoo were immaculate, which means that he blew through the skin layer and got just a fucking. So right now it's just a puff. You can't even read hashtag
He
virgin
tattooed my
anymore.
finger in a Blackpool hotel room.
Yeah, but Paulie did it well. He probably did it fucking
It's
fine.
terrible, but you know, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of
I-
it.
Let me tell you, his tattoo gun is underneath
Rusty.
probably, yeah, like just oil from a fucking Mustang. Like there's probably some residue that he used to feed his Kestrel. Like there's just, you don't want to use that gun. You will get something from that tattoo
Yeah,
gun.
he does have a Kestrel, by the way, that he takes for a walk through the woods and it flies.
Well,
away.
had
What happened to it?
unfortunately passed away.
No.
Yeah, dude. I remember, dude, that shit was like
Did he
the
get caught
closest
in
thing.
the fucking fan belt of his car?
Oh, that's funny. No, I just did, I had a broken leg and a bunch of shit. It's very sad. But it's the most Legend of Zelda shit I've ever seen in my entire life, because he's just going in the woods by his house and the bird would just be jumping from tree to tree following him.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he
We were on FaceTime for like 10 minutes and he's walking through the woods, he's chatting away, blah, 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 talking about magic tricks. And he's like, hey, kids! Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just taking me fucking Falcon for a walk. Like, whatever the fuck it is. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, it's Kestrel for a walk. You got a Kestrel. And he literally, I hadn't even mentioned it, he was taking his Kestrel for a fucking walk through the woods off a leash.
Yeah. Yeah, it's top tier. It's the most fucking inbred North England shit I've ever seen in my entire life. That he
Yeah,
just has
beautiful.
a fucking pet
So
bird.
how did it die?
I just had a broken leg, and if you're a bird and you have a broken leg, you can't land. No. It's
Oh, yeah.
old age, and but it's fucking shit show, that poor bird. But what was I gonna tell you? I'm gonna be hammered for that, by the way. I think I plan to be absolutely sloshed, and no, what's the word? Slimed. I'm gonna be slimed.
Trust me, the only way I'm going to be able to get through the Magic podcast is by being completely fucking obliterated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, but that's the part. Then we finish off with something special. He was originally going to be lecturing on the first day, but he if you guys didn't know, Kieran Johnson, probably my favorite performer of all time. I've raved about him constantly. He always says he texts in, thank you for the lovely stuff you say about me, because I talk about him so often.
He is
Social
the
hand grenade,
He's
Human
just
Labrador,
fucking good.
magic nuclear bomb, created most of the stuff that you see on Wedding Magicians. He created one of the pieces for the Six Impossible Things show from Joshua J. He's a consultant for many, many massive magicians. He's just a force of nature. Also happens to be multi-talented at regurgitation, bubble work. Just the fucking most. He is a one-man Swiss Army knife, one-man show. And for that reason, we've given him his own one-man show. Kieran Johnson is going to finish the entire convention off with a fucking nuclear warhead of magic, entertainment, chaos, anything you can think of. He's going to have people's fingers in his fucking mouth. He's going to be linking polos in his stomach. He's going to be making magic bubble squares in the audience. He's going to be doing tricks. He's going to turn everyone's brain into shit, and everyone's going to be have a new favorite magician at the end of the convention, and it's going to finish it off with a fucking glitter bomb of excitement. Kieran Johnson's one-man show. You don't realize Kieran is contracted to the Greatest Showman in Earl's Court in London. He is the magician for one of the hottest global fucking theater shows happening right now. It's an immersive circus experience licensed as part of the Greatest Showman show, which was a global superstar viral hit. He is the magician for that show. And we've literally, and he doesn't do this. We've got him to leave the show and come and give a unique, just for us, built just for us, one-man show to end the Magic Convention. If you come in on just the Sunday, that's 30 quid. Not for the show, for the whole day. Ben Williams, my lecture, the Magic Mixtape, the podcast live, the
clear,
Deers Hall.
we're losing money on this, to be
Kieran
clear.
Johnson fucking one-man show.
Yeah, to be clear, this is not a profit thing. We are losing money on this convention, but what's most important is
I don't think are we even. We're not even charging dealers for a table, are we?
no, we're not charging dealers
No,
for a
we're
table.
fucking-
No,
Most conventions it's like 200
most of the
quid.
profit
minimum.
went on fucking getting pig cake over here.
Yeah, literally. Any leftover money I've said since day one is going towards the court case.
Yeah,
It's all going to a good cause. That's the other thing.
we love magic.
Great
We love
cause.
magic, and we wanted to put
The
a
most important
convention
cause
on.
this year.
And look, this is a jumping off point. Me and Lloyd have been very busy this year. I've had a lawsuit that's been dangling down my neck all year round. Lloyd's transitioned to the fourth floor for Murphy's, and Pig Cake's only been involved in the podcast the last 3 months. It's been, kind of. It's been our typical unorganized style, but I genuinely believe that something special has been built, and I really do believe that we can move on from this every single year and build something bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better. I really do. I think that the industry is crying out for a convention like this, and I think that we're exactly the type of degenerates that can make it happen.
I'm not really interested in making it bigger. I just want it to remain as fucking high caliber as this.
Yeah.
I don't care about size. I care about quality. It's not about the fucking float in the boat. It's about the motion in the ocean. It might be a needle, but it moves like a sewing machine, if you catch my drift. Yeah, can you just give us that fucking teddy bear line the worst 30 seconds?
Oh, yeah, dude. That's it. It's just that's it. It's fast forward. Fast forward and thrust just fucking vibrating, man. I want to compete with fucking Magi Fest and Magic Live and fucking Blackpool. I want them to be like, no, Magic Con, dude. Magic Con is where it's at. Fuck that. I want Rick Lax calling and going, hey, how can I book my spot in the Magic Con podcast convention? That's what I want.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a talking about Rick Lax, just very quickly changing the subject, because I know that sometimes that Justin Flom listens to this, and
No, he doesn't.
I know he has.
In the past, probably.
I had a look. Justin Flom gets a lot of shit. I have given him more shit than pretty much anybody. But I don't know if you've been watching his content. His content has really kind of dropped the exposure the last year or two. And it's been all about his fun house in Vegas and so on and so forth. And I had a really nice chat with him briefly at the convention.
Did you?
Yeah. We chatted and we talked, and it was nice. Unlike Rick, who wanted to come over to the booth and just make a scene from a couple of years ago, Justin and I had a nice conversation, and I think that spoke to his dad as well. I think he's I'm the first person to call out stuff when I feel like it needs to be called out. Hello, that's why I'm being sued. However, having said that, I think Justin's trying to do things the right way recently, and I think everyone should have a second chance. If people weren't given a second chance, I'd never come back to this industry. Red would have finished me. And he ran this party in Vegas and invited a bunch of people to his house, and he actually gave me a ticket. He said, if you want to come, you can come. I was too tired. And I had, it wasn't until 10 o'clock at night, and I was on the booth the next day. It was nice that he asked me, but I see a lot of people on Facebook
calling the boyfriend to be boycotted.
Yeah, slagging off anybody that went to that party. How can you support somebody? Huh?
He had tickets to go to his house?
Well, not tickets, but he was giving out a little card with a QR code, because he didn't want everyone to know. And the QR code had what you needed to do to find it. So it wasn't a ticket, but you couldn't just go there. You had to be given this little thing by Justin Flom that would be where to go. Because his house is fucking spectacular when you look at the videos. But I've seen a lot of people basically saying anyone who's been to Rick Lax's party should be boycotted from this industry. You're supporting an exposer, and I just don't think that's the way that we should be handling things. I think that Justin has tried recently really, really hard to change things around. And hell, I'm the one that made a video a couple of years ago, where I spent 45 minutes ranting at the screen.
Not to be that guy, right? But how was he? Let me answer this a second. Has he said sorry?
He hasn't said sorry to me. So, I mean, he didn't say, I regret everything that I've done. I don't know if he's apologized to the community. I don't know if he feels he should apologize to the community. I don't know. I just feel he was walking around quite humble. And and I take stuff at face value. And I've looked at a lot of his videos recently, and most of his videos involve either his kids or they involve his funhouse and all of the crazy shit he does in his funhouse. And that's kind of where he's kind of, as far as I can see, putting his effort into. But look, you can hate Justin Flom all you want. I've hated him for years, but
Yeah, no, I think. Sorry about that. That was PayPal because I do so much business like with them. Fucking yeah. My other thing is this, right? I quite like Justin as a person. I helped with an interview with him once. Like I was the camera guy when Adam Wilder interviewed him, and I think he's a really good magician. Like a really, really, really good magician. Had some great ideas. He did some pretty egregious exposure, and he did it. He did it, and he wasn't at the point in his career where he could plead willful ignorance. He did it knowing exactly what he was doing and how damaging it was. It wasn't like he was like, oh, well, I fucking didn't get that. I didn't realize that was going to happen. He knew it was going to happen. But everybody deserves a second chance. You've got to accept some culpability for it. No, not Jim Pace. I mean,
I was gonna say,
I mean, if you make a magic faux pas, most people deserve a second chance. But you do have to sort of admit fault. I don't know. I don't know if he has, but if I was Justin Flom trying to get some redemption within our community, I would at least make a video and be like, look, guys, a few years ago, I was trying a bunch of different strategies to blow up on social media. One of them was a really, looking back, it was a stupid thing to do, and it was really, it really upset a lot of people. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I think something like that would just fucking do wonders for him, and it would show that he's actually looking to like make amends. That's all he would have to do, I think. Not that he should have to do anything. He's got fuck you money, so he can go, just come to my party. We're cool.
Yeah. Apologize to me in the back of my Maserati, dude. Just fucking just rolling down the street. Fuck that. At that point, you could
I just feel like people that just
it.
value integrity over cash. Like,
okay, well, yeah, bro, you'd know. The moment I come across some substantial coin, you would fucking know, because first of all, you'd see the fucking residue on my nose. You just see a permanent fucking just a white dot right here from the fucking immense amount of just $1,000, $1 million Coke parties I have. And then I'll just have bitches in the back, like just hanging out.
Conor McGregor of magic.
Yeah. Like this podcast, imagine that, just bitches in the back, just random, just standing there, like just this.
Look at his little legs. Look at his little legs. It's like two breadsticks sticking out of a fucking bag. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, he's so cute. He's like a toy soldier.
He is like a toy soldier. Is he going to stay there forever? Is he coming back?
I know. I don't think he actually walked towards his wall. I think he just stood up, and it looks like a perspective illusion.
But wouldn't that add to the? I appreciate the fucking high jokes, you fuckers. But wouldn't that add to the production value if I just had random like bitches in the back, just fucking?
Yeah, you can handle that. I mean, Rugeley has a lot of bitches. Maybe we need to organize them at the back of the.
Oh my god, that'd be so baller. Yeah, that'd be so
Kaylee
baller.
and Sarah. These are our husbands. We legally have to suck their dicks.
Yeah, legally. Just kind of
I'm not
like
a misogynist. Sorry, shut up. Fuck off. Okay.
Just vibing in the back like this. Like I just, that'd be so baller. I might just hire some hosts for the back of my lecture. Just
they're called bitches. All right. I'm kidding. Okay, it's an Ali G joke. It's an Ali G joke. Don't fucking shoot me. Jesus Christ.
Who's gonna shoot? Well, there's a topic here that I did want to get into, friends, that does involve that.
But I'm bored.
You said you're bored?
I'm joking. Carry on.
Tony Hassini has had a lot of sort of arguments on the Facebooks back and forth. I believe Tim Ellis and who's that other guy? Tom Stone? Is that his name? That had an article written about him and how the Merlin Award is a fraud and all these other sort of things that you would have to pay for these accolades. And it's I remember the big one that they had was Chris Angel right? That he presented him an award, and it's all like shit that you pay for, right? Recently, I noticed that there were a couple magicians that decided to post that they received awards at the IMS dinner with Tony Hassini, and the usual suspects weren't bitching and moaning about it. They weren't complaining about it. Now, these did happen to be female magicians, so it was, with that, I guess. But the usual people that every time somebody were to usually post that they got an award from Tony Hassini and the IMS, they weren't there. They weren't present in that thread. So I just found that a little bit interesting that ordinarily you would see the fucking people come out from the woodworks and bitch and moan as to your disgust for supporting this, and it's a fake award. But then
all awards are fake.
Yeah, but in this one in
was
particular,
let me give you the cliff notes.
Mhm.
So Tom Stone was the person that really wrote about this, and very, very briefly, because it goes on forever. Tom Stone wrote on his blog, a few years ago in 2014, I received a Merlin Award for the best cabaret act of the decade. I got the award against my will. Originally, I had no intention of ever talking about it, but recently I discovered that Tony Hassini, the originator of the fake award, has posted a photo of the incident on his website. So in self-defense, I feel compelled to say something about it. So he says, he goes on to talk about championships and awards and international awards and so on and so forth. And then he brings Tony Hassini up and talks about his history, and there's a lot. He calls it a scam. There's a lot of.
Why is it a scam? What's the scam element? Like, to be clear, what is the scam element? Do you have to pay for it to get the award, kind of thing?
No. So skip forward a little bit. So in 1994, a 2-page ad appeared on the Trade Journal of Genie advertising the International Magician Society, a video club. Adjusting for inflation, the handy initial sum of $50, you were granted the privilege of buying additional videos for $20 each. In the beginning, Hassini sent out a welcome package with a membership card, membership pin, diploma, and a folder for extra membership mailings, but that package quickly got thinner and thinner. Hassini often and happily backdates the start of the video club to 1968. No idea why, because there's no sign that IMS existed before 1994. In 1998, he makes a whole website for the business with the domain name learnmagic.com. In 2001, he moves the domain name over to magicianims.com. It's quite informative and entertaining to step forward and follow the early years updates. The membership numbers are exaggerated. If you bought a single Hassini video 25 years ago, you're still counted as one of today's active members. You're not taken off the membership list even when you die. Hassini claims he has 20,000 new customers since the start 4 years earlier. Put that into perspective, Hassini and IMS are just one person, and the process is that the prospective member sends a letter of interest. Hassini receives and opens the letter, copy that. It goes on and on and on. Here we go. He goes into statistics with followers and so on and so forth. I'm trying to find right. Here we go. So here we go. Producing new videos for a video club is a pretty specific job that has nothing in common with the job of traveling the world, handing out fake awards. So one wonders how that. Hang on a minute. I've got an idea. Just give me 1 second.
You're going to put into
So I have
ChatGPT to summarize it.
Yeah.
page. I have a page pulled up here that has an email correspondence from the IMS Merlin Award Committee Chairman, Max Toth. And here it says, normally there is a $2,500 administration fee, which covers the cost of the Merlin Award statue, Mr. Hassini's travel expenses, his time away from the office. However, we will waive this fee if the winning magician picks the airline and hotel for Mr. Hassini, as well as provides us with 5 to 10 minutes of footage that we could use with the rest of the Merlin Award recipient project. This was from 2010, so quite a while ago.
So
And-
therein lays the rub, right? Is that what it is? Is it that that essentially you're paying for another free?
I'm getting ChatGPT to summarize it because the article is massive. So I've got literally a very specific summary here. So let me read it to you. Magician Tom Stone argues that the Merlin Award is not a genuine competitive honor, but a publicity product operated by Tony Hsini through the International Magician Society. Stone contrasts it with legitimate awards such as FISM prizes, which have actual published rules, qualified judges, and actual competition, and results that can be independently verified. According to the article, Merlin recipients are instead selected privately, sometimes approached unsolicited, and sometimes effectively allowed to purchase the honor by covering Hsini's travel, luxury accommodation, and related expenses. Stone traces the award's background through Hsini's early video business. He alleges that IMS exaggerates its history, membership facilities, and institutional standing. The statuette itself was reportedly created by Hsini's then wife, despite promotional claims describing her merely as an art student. The reason Stone calls it a scam, the central deception, is not simply that money changes hands. Plenty of legitimate organizations charge entry or ceremony fees. The problem is that, according to Stone, the Merlin Award is represented as an independently judged distinction when it actually functions as a purchased publicity arrangement. The article's main evidence is there's no transparent judging process. There are no published criteria, judges, nominations, voting records, or independently verifiable results. Recipients can effectively buy it. Tone Stone says recipients may buy the statuette or fund Hsini's flights, hotels, limousines, and VIP treatments. The recipient is told they won. These financial arrangements are obscured while the award is publicly presented as a result of an independent vote. IMS allegedly misrepresents its authority. Stone disputes its claims, founding date, enormous membership, Magic Academy. Prestige is manufactured. Photographs of famous recipients persuade later recipients that the award must be legitimate. Those new recipients then provide more impressive photos and publicity. It borrows the reputation of real awards. The Merlin is promoted as something like Magic's Oscars, despite lacking the competitive or institutional foundations of FISM. Some presentations allegedly create false associations. Stone describes the Merlin Award publicized as connected with FISM 2009, even though neither the recipient or Hsini was at the event. In short, Stone describes a vanity award scheme, manufacture an impressive-looking prize, imply that a prestigious organization independently selected the winner, obtain money or hospitality from the recipient, and use the resulting publicity to make the next sale more credible. One qualification is important. This is an expose written from Stone's perspective, not a court judgment. Some evidence is documentary, while other parts rely on Stone's interviews, personal experience, and inference. Nevertheless, if his central claims are accurate, scam is justified because the award's supposed independent merit is the very thing being sold and concealed from the public as a commercial transaction.
This one, but I'm sorry, this one kills me. In Tom Stone's article, if you've looked through that, it has a picture of like a big building, and it says the Magical Academy, or the Magic Academy, is the crown jewel of the International Magic Society. This is where magicians study and get their Doctor of Magic degree. And the address is some fucking house in Vegas. It's so good, dude. Yeah, the rabbit hole for this is fucking top tier, man. But my bitching is that, for example, I mean, I don't want to name names, but certain people that got awards that I saw on Facebook that were posting about it, and nobody's saying anything about it because, you know, I don't think they want to. And it's all congrats, congrats, congrats. You deserve this, going through the comment section. Whereas ordinarily, you know, it's always been the opposite. People complaining and moaning and saying, hey, you know, this is fake. Hey, I can't believe you're supporting the scam. Well, hey, you bought that award, or it's done through some nefarious means. But certain people, that like the most recent one, you know, aren't getting the same sort of backlash.
What do you think, Lloyd? Because you don't like competitions in general anyway, do you?
Yeah. I just think that the concept of awards is in general is fucking dumb. So it's like hearing people debate over who's got the worst sushi. I don't fucking like sushi. And like, I don't know. It's kind of it's one of those ones like, and I'm sure they're really important to some magicians. Like, I know we've talked about this a lot in the past, but I've always prescribed to the nature of like the best magicians in the world, like the best magicians in the world. They don't talk about their awards. They don't talk about awards. David Blaine, Penn and Teller, David Copperfield. You never see their adverts saying award-winning David Blaine, award-winning Penn and Teller, award-winning David Copperfield.
Merlin
good-
Award recipient.
If you're good, you're just good. I remember like I listened to an interview with Penn Jillette years ago, and he was like, the manager told him, don't put the word magician on your off-Broadway show advertisements. Just say Penn and Teller, because part of it was to do with not giving people any preconceived notions of what you might do on stage. But I always took it away as like, you're like, whatever you do, it's you they should be wanting to see. And if you have to back up, like, if you have to add something, like, you don't see Elvis, right? The fucking singer. It doesn't say award-winning Elvis. You don't have to say Elvis musician. It's fucking Elvis. I've always been prescribed to the idea of like, he's so good, you can't be ignored. So I just fucking hate this idea of awards. I just think, like, yeah, you guys think of all your favorite magicians or even creators. You don't give a fuck about their awards, right? All the best performers, all the best giggers in the UK, they're not getting booked because they got a Magic Circle award or they getting booked because they got a FISM award. They getting booked in their local area because word gets around.
Yeah, but you know what? Some people just like competitions because they want to. So Ryland, for example, he enters a lot of competitions, and is entering the Young Magicians Club Stage Magician of the Year again. And it's not about having social proof to say, how good am I? Please book me. It's more about, and he's told me this, he wants to put something really special together. This gives him a reason to put something really special together and gives him a timeline in which to do it. He knows that he can't procrastinate. He has to have this ready for XYZ date. It gives him kind of almost like a tangible goal that he's got to hit. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. I like the idea of competing for personal development to get better. But I don't think that's what we're talking about here.
Not with the Hosseini thing. The only reason to get a Merlin award is to be able to say, I've got this award.
I personally, and I know this is kind of controversial. I know some people work so hard. I know I've been the fucking, like I said about, I was one of the people that judged the Magic Circle contest. And I said, one of the things I loved about that specifically was that people had a reason to practice, go beyond and get better and everything like that. And I know I'm probably contradicting myself at certain stages of what I've said, but yeah, I think aside from the personal development stuff, like, they're all fake. Like, I like
top
I don't know.
tier though.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm all, not often on the right side of fucking the debate, but it's very hard to give a shit about something I don't care about. Or I think is irrelevant.
The other thing that's great from this Tom Stone article is that the same guy that I just mentioned, the IMS Magic historian and the whatever board member, Max Toth, who's been signing letters, right, as recent as 2023 from the IMS, for Eternally Yours, Mac Toth. He died in 2011.
Right.
So it's like this guy that's on the board has been signing stuff. He's an IMS officer, I believe, and he's been dead since 2011. But apparently on their letterhead, he's been signing stuff as early as 2023 or as recent as 2023. So it's a crazy rabbit hole to fall into just to look at this. And I guess you guys are also comparing this like competitive awards, which is different, right? Yeah, they're still decided on by people, and you could judge whatever their merit. But that's actually a competition. This is just fucking, hey, you think you could boost the profile of the IMS? Here's an award. Oh, also, you might have to pay for it depending on your status. You know, a small fee of $2,500. So it's just, bro, it's fucking great. But that Tom Stone article is pretty revealing if you haven't seen it.
And I think he's probably got a big point. I don't know. I think I'm probably to be honest, the wrong person to ask about this shit. You know, because I just think it's all retarded.
You for you, magic is pure, isn't it? It's like it's an emotive experience for the spectator. It shouldn't be boiled down to who's got the better double lift.
Yeah, it's not about, it's not about being like even whimsical. It's just like it's very hard to. The reason I disagree with stage magic is because I think magic is at its best when it's seemingly organic and impromptu and feels unrehearsed and unpracticed. So like that's why stage magic it's just dance that has clever features to it, you know. And I know I'm boiling it down to a very, very small like categorization of it, but it kind of inherently strips the magic out of it the moment that they realize that you've had to practice it for hours and hours on end. Just in the way that I like personally magic be presented. So yeah, if you've got someone saying I'm an award-winning magician, it kills the notion that the magic was that what you do is something special. Like I like my magic to feel like
from the point of view of you being more of a social performer than a paid performer. If you're a paid performer,
I get the
you want
privilege
people
of saying
to know that you're polished. You know, why should I book you? You know, well, I'm very good at what I do. I've been doing this for years. I'm polished, and when you perform on stage, especially, you have.
I know I'm coming from a place of privilege. You know, I don't. Yeah, I get to be able to make that distinction.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I thought that the Magic podcast is going to conclude with the awarding of the Ted Karmilovich MagicCon recipient of the year, the award in his likeness. Karmilovich,
That's hilarious.
Child Performer of the Year. We should have a double lift, a best double lift award. Now that you mentioned that, like, oh, kids competing with us, I'd like to see who has the best fucking double lift.
Ain't gonna be fucking me, I'll tell you that much. Nemid Phoenix. Nemid's going to be there.
And this one,
Nemid Phoenix has got the best double lift I've ever seen.
This
Yeah,
17 lift. You've seen that David Acker bit? Where he goes, oh, look, here's my double lift. Right? Did you see it? Like half the decks just turned over. I fucking love that. That should be an actual contest. Show me your double lift. Best double lift gets the recipient, the honorary Ted Karmilovich 2026 award. So we should have your printer, or you know what? Yeah, have whoever does the Tony Hassini fucking build up a statue in 2 days and see if we could fucking have it.
I'll see what we can do. I'll contact Mr. Hassini and see if he can do a Merlin. We'll fly him out first class.
2,500.
Put him in the best hotel that Rugeley can offer.
So weird.
This video, it's oh my god. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Tony Hassini and the show, and it's like some hooker that they hired with
Well,
a bunch of
Craig, sorry, I spoke for ages. What's your thoughts on it?
I kind of roughly gave my thought. I do think magic competitions are important. I do think that some of the best acts that I've ever seen have come from FISM winners. And the reason that those acts have been developed is specifically because that person wanted to win at FISM. And I've seen firsthand how those competition acts can open doors for people. Like you look at Jan Frisch. I mean, his act is amazing. Is it Jan Frisch, the guy that hits himself in the head?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And his act is amazing, and it was developed for, I'm pretty sure that was developed for competitions, and now he literally just travels the world doing that act. And you know, it's a beautiful piece. Nobody would argue it's a beautiful piece. You look at Leah Kyle.
Would it be arguable though that if he went on BGT, AGT, Masters of Illusion, that because its act is so fucking powerful, it was irrelevant where he presented it?
Yeah,
You
but
watch it, you don't care that it's in FISM. You watch it because it's fucking good.
yeah, but a lot of acts that you see that are amazing, they start off being developed because somebody is entering a competition. Would that person put as much time and effort in if it wasn't for having to compete at such a high level? My favorite act of all
Yeah,
time, and
I think they would.
seen it, is Soma's. Well, why is it that every single incredible act that I can think of started off as like a act for FISM or something like that? Like,
Not every act.
but think, okay, most acts, pretty much most acts, maybe not every act. Well, name an act that you think is world class, phenomenal, that didn't start off life as a competition act.
Penn and Teller.
Okay.
Teller's Shadow Act. His Goldfish Act.
Yeah, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, they had, I mean, yeah, that's true, but they had a different reason to develop an act like that. It's because they were doing regular television work and they have a reputation for being
They were
very...
doing theatres. They were doing theatres for TV.
Yeah, I get that. And yet there's always exceptions to the rule. The point I'm trying to make, you asked the question, the reason I think competitions are important is because some of the best acts in the industry that I have ever seen have been developed because people had a desire to win a competition.
Are you saying that they wouldn't have done those? They wouldn't be. See, I think good magicians will always shine through. They'll find a way to get them.
Yeah, but you can be a good magician without going to the trouble that a lot of these acts were like. So, like,
exactly.
You can be a good magician without needing to develop this incredible piece that's designed for 10 minutes to do this one thing. You can still be an incredible magician. I think if you didn't have that thing to aim for, you'd probably just cut corners, and maybe you wouldn't do it intentionally. But when you're operating under a set thing, like it's got to be this long, it's got to include this. Oh my God, I'm going to be competing against people that are going to be doing this. It forces you to
up your game.
Yeah. Because
if nothing would up your game more than a Merlin Award, to be fair.
Because if I look, here's the thing, right? I'm a busy performer, right? I'm a busy performer. I go and I perform probably more than most people. I could turn up. I've got a gig tomorrow. I could turn up at that gig tomorrow. It's a close-up job at a wedding. I could just turn up with a fucking deck of cards in my pocket and a Sharpie marker, and that's all I would need. There's going to be 80 people there. I'm there for 2 hours. I can just do some card to pocket, ambitious cards across. I can do the same standard shit that everyone does, and people will love it, and they will love me. I know they will. The reason that I feel that I give my audiences a better experience is because I'm constantly performing new material. The reason I'm performing new material is because I create magic, and I'm wanting to work that material in the real world. It's forcing me to create stuff that I wouldn't have normally created, that I can then infuse into and constantly change things around. If I didn't create magic, I don't think I would be changing my act around as much or adding as many new bits into my act as humanly possible, because I wouldn't need to go down that route. I could probably just do the same thing over and over again. It's a little bit like a competition act. I know people that will enter competition.
But can I just say then? So you're saying that you have a reason to push yourself to become better every single performance, every single time, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's not for a competition.
No, it's for something else. I'm saying that creating,
and that's my argument, that people don't need competitions to improve. They will find their why. And if they
no,
can't find
they
their
won't.
why,
They won't
maybe
need
they shouldn't
competitions. No, well, no, I disagree with that, because, some people.
But didn't you just prove my argument?
Yeah, but some people entering competitions is their why. They're naturally competitive.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, you're right.
Is their why? We shouldn't take that away from them.
No, not at all. It is their why. But what I'm saying is, if they didn't have competitions, the good magicians would still find their why. If they only need competitions, then maybe it's not for them. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like they don't need a competition. It's a good help, but the good magicians will always find a reason to become better, to up their game.
Potentially, but would I don't know if certain acts would have been made if it wasn't for the fact that they were developing it for a
Oh
competition
yeah,
environment.
I agree with that.
And that would be a crying shame because some of my favorite magic was developed specifically to perform and compete with.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I used to enter competitions all the time. And Quarantine, for example, I know you love my trick Quarantine that I released through Penguin earlier this year. That was developed to be the closer to my competition act. I entered several big close-up competitions and I wanted to close on something incredible, and I developed Quarantine for that. I doubt whether I would have actually created it if it wasn't for the fact that at the time I was entering competitions and I had a very specific set of parameters that I needed to fit into, and that was what was developed because of it. I don't know. It's interesting.
What are your top 3 tricks you've ever created?
Yeah, I would have created those anyway. Obviously, the top 3. Yeah, but the thing is, you look at any industry, and competitions don't hold them back. If anything, and it makes it more. Any sort of art. You look at gymnastics, you look at singing, you look at dancing, you look at street dance. There's competitions everywhere in every single piece of art. There's always competitions to decide who's best and who's not best, and obviously it's subjective, and just because somebody wins a competition doesn't necessarily mean they're the best. It means they're the best on that day. But I think that you win more by doing competitions than you don't. It gives you a sense of pride. There's lots of different reasons, but yeah, I don't think it should be an argument about anything else other than should competitions exist. And I think competitions should exist because so many people push themselves forward because they enjoy the process of entering competitions. It's why you see people entering FISM, like Eric Chen, for example. He entered FISM, not last FISM, the FISM before, and he won. Amazing.
Yeah.
Now he entered FISM again this year. He didn't need to. He's not going to gain anything extra by winning FISM again. In fact, he didn't win, didn't even place. But he loves, I can only assume, he loves the process of competing.
Having a reason, having a why.
Yeah, exactly. But that's a why for a lot of people. Creating is a why for a lot of people. Competitions are a why for a lot of people. Creating content for social media is a why for a lot of people. We shouldn't judge why their why is more important or less important than any other. Just that they enjoy competing, and that's really all it needs to be. And obviously competitions are enjoyed by other people as well. Look at the one at Blackpool. It's fucking rammed. Everybody goes and watches the one because they know they're going to see some world-class acts compete to decide who's the best in the world.
Yeah. It's just, I think what I'm trying to say is that they're good. They can create some great acts and some amazing magic. My argument is that they're not necessary strictly. You don't need to have magic
but
content.
nothing's necessary. Let's be honest. If we don't need to create magic. If every single creator in the world, no, we don't. There's enough magic that's been created and marketed in the world today.
Magic's the best.
Huh?
Magic's the best. We gotta have magic.
Yeah, but that's the same with competitions. Like, if nobody ever created a single trick ever again, if no trick was ever created again, if Murphy's and every single magic shop shut down overnight, and we could only rely on the magic that has been created up until this point, then people would be fine. Because there are acts out there that are doing an incredible job. There's stage acts, there's close-up acts, there's people. We have enough magic in the world. We don't need to have another trick. We don't need to have anything else come out. But you know what? There's a need for it because magicians love buying new tricks. Creators love creating magic. We're looking for that trick that's going to make us famous, that's going to take our act to the next level, whatever that trick may be. It's the same with competitions. Do we need competitions? No. Are they necessary? No. But there's a lot of people that get attracted into magic that love magic. And one of the reasons that they love magic is because they get a chance to compete against other people. It pushes them, it helps improve them, it helps them get better. And there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, we don't need competitions, but we don't need people creating magic, really. But all of these things put together makes magic what it is. It's an eclectic, you go to the Blackpool Magic Convention, there's going to be people there that are serial competitors, and they compete in as many competitions as possible. There's going to be pros that only ever go out and work for people. There's going to be social performers that only ever work for their friends and their family. There's going to be people who create magic that never perform, creators that do perform, people who never create. And it's all of these different styles of people that different people love different things about magic. Some people love it because of having a chance to compete. Some people love it because it allows them to stand on stage and feel important. Whatever the case may be, whatever their reason is for getting into magic, it's fine.
I agree.
Mine is watching Tony Hassini and the IMS. I've watched so many of those videos throughout the years, and they always look like a fucking beheading video. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It starts off with like the worst audio modulation you've ever heard in your life. That it's like this global thing. The International Magician Society. And then Leonard Green is there like, oh, okay, I start. And fucking, I really suggest, I'm not a huge fan of like his posts on Facebook, Tom Stone, because it's always like the fucking, just I'm not a fan, right? But this article that he wrote is unbelievable. Tremendously well written. He goes over his history as a musician, his experience, because he's actually an award winner from the IBS. And it's just so good. He's talking about how he Tony Hassini force feeds himself in every fucking picture opportunity. If you go to the website, it's like award-winning recipients. David Copperfield. I don't think Copperfield ever turned up to get his fucking award. Chris Angel. Like all these other fucking Blackstone. Harry Blackstone. It's great. It's really top tier. So that's a rabbit hole. I might make a whole video on this, just because it's fucking.
I would.
What is it? Oh, the Merlin Award. Let's see it. I actually see it here. The website looks Channing Pollock, Siegfried and Roy, Penn and Teller, David Berglis, Uri Geller, Cyril.
You should, if you are making a video on this, you should also check out Eric Tate. Just Google Eric Tate Merlin Awards. He talked about this on a podcast. He was given an award he was given a Merlin Award, and he actually went to pick it up and went to the dinner, I believe. And it's all about what happened in his experience, and it's like, it's a fascinating podcast to listen to. Him and Nick LaCapo talk about it.
Yeah, I see right here. Do you remember the podcast where Eric Tate interviewed Tony Hassini, and then he'll just give him one for best podcaster? Oh shit! Yeah, okay. Yeah, he just gave it to him. This 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Facebook. Also, here he has a video. Oh, the content's not available now, so he took it down, which is kind of a shame. Fuck, that is absolutely legendary that he got one for best podcaster, just because 19 minutes into a podcast with fucking Tony Hassini, he goes, "You're the best podcaster. Here, I give you an award." IMS. Fucking legendary, bro.
Yeah. You can tell that Lloyd's mentally checked out. He's talked about the convention. We're 3 hours in, 4 hours in, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Yeah, we're coming up on 4 hours that we've been doing this, because we always chat for about an hour beforehand. So it's 3 hours for you, it's 4 hours for us. You can see Lloyd. He's longingly looking out of his front door.
Maybe I was too negative about awards because it's so late in the recording. You know,
just want to get in the swimming pool, don't you? And do your thing. It's a nice day in Wales. It's rarely a nice day in Wales. You want to go and enjoy that shit.
I'm gonna do some.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in fucking bed right now, mates. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking sleep for 3 more hours.
This is why we're putting a 2-hour timer on the podcast at the convention, because what happens is we keep going to the point that like Lloyd mentally fucking checks out. If we just go forever at the podcast, we'll get to hour 3 and Lloyd will just be watching the snooker on his phone.
I've already checked the scores today multiple times for the China Open.
Exactly, you see, Pig Cake will be there, like just watching videos. So yeah, I think
CBT porn, girls getting kicking guys in the nuts.
Exactly. So I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. But I do want to say, if you're coming to the Magic Podcast, it's going to be amazing. £50 for a 2-day ticket,
or 30 quid for 1 day,
or 30 quid for 1 day, and you have access to everything. The gala show is going to be insane. The lectures are going to be insane. Kieran's one-man show is going to be insane. The orbital lectures are going to be insane. This is going to be the best value. Like I say, we're losing money on this, but we want to do it because we want to have an amazing convention, and we want you guys to be part of it. You can still get tickets by going to themagiccon.com. Tickets are still available. While we've been on the phone, another person has booked a ticket. Thank you so much. While we've been chatting, we've had another ticket sold. So come to themagiccon.com. I guarantee you're not going to be disappointed. It's going to be a very intimate convention. We're all going to be sitting around chatting, talking about magic and insulting Pig Cake. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you're there. Pig Cake, have you got anything?
I've just made a post up on social media. It's probably about time that we did try to promote this.
Yeah, it's fucking true.
Fucking stupid.
Pig Cake, you got anything to say to wrap this shit up?
Well, no. Usually that's Lloyd's job.
Well, no, Lloyd's wrapping it up. But if you got a final word you'd like to say, a pearl of wisdom, would you like to drop the golden nugget that people that are 3 hours fucking balls deep into this podcast that haven't mentally fucking checked out at this point? Have you got anything that they can listen to that's going to change their fucking life when it comes to magic? It's going to make them go, oh my God, I'm so glad I listened to all that other bullshit, because this is the moment that changed my fucking life.
Smooth balls. So when I was younger, I always wanted to have smooth balls. And as a magician, right, if you have a fucking forest down there, let's say you have a fucking Nagasaki forest in your nutsack, it's going to affect your performances. So I used to use Nair on my nuts until I burned it a couple of times. I also use magic cream, which is what Martin Luther King used to shave his face. I used it to shave my nuts. So what I recommend is bite the bullet and get a razor. You might be scared because you're going to think you're going to nick your sack. No, it's quite the opposite. If you get one of those fucking razors at Poundland, it's going to do the job just as fine as that powder or chemical that could burn your dick. So don't use that. Use a razor. Go in the shower, get some soap, some lather, and then just shave it up. And you'll be astonished as to what it does for the rest of your day.
Thanks.
See?
That's great advice. Lloyd, wrap this shit up, please.
Honestly, just have an absolutely shit week, you fucking clowns. But hopefully,
an amazing weekend. An amazing fucking weekend. If you're coming to the Magic Podcast convention, we will see you bright and early on Saturday morning. If you're not coming to the Magic Podcast convention, go fuck yourself. We'll be back next Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think that the Magic Podcast Live that we're recording at the convention, by the way, is going to be the actual podcast for next week. So, so expect chaos next week. Until then.
Well, also there is something though that we did have a rule before that if it was you could only hear what happens live if you're there, to get bums on seats.
Yeah, so maybe it's not going to be played. Maybe it's like Vegas. What happens at the Magic Con stays at the Magic Con.
Yeah.
We'll see. If you want to guarantee to hear what this shit show is going to end up being, then buy your ticket. Ticket link down below. Ticket still available. We'll see you next Wednesday. Unless you're coming, then we'll see you at the convention.
Don't fuck kids.
And have a shit week.
We apologize for disrupting your normal daily schedule. You may now relax, tuck your deck back in, and resume your regular day-to-day life. Remember to subscribe to be notified the moment each new episode goes live every Wednesday. And join our Facebook group to continue the conversation. The link is in the description to this podcast. Thank you for listening to The Magic Podcast.